they're so real. Already know exactly how you feel. See the head, not like seeing a steeple. You damn well know they're one of the people. Nobody breaks us, nobody made us, and no one can take this cause we got their fix. We are the people, we are the people, we are the people. Don't mess with this. Let's go.
Good morning and welcome to Patrick and the People. It's the Tuesday edition. Hope that you're having a great damn day.
What's up, everybody? Good morning.
Yeah, let's introduce the cast here today. Who are the people? Well, to my left, you know him, the electrician deluxe.
Yes,
Dustyn
sir.
Bundrick. Bundy, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing good. How are you doing this morning?
Good. I'm doing great, man. And to my right here, the Bruce Buffer of Little Rock.
Yes, sir. Good
Rich
morning.
Rockwell. A lot of folks saw you in Cabot over the weekend, I guess, right?
Yeah. Sunday we had a lot of fun. Was in the commentary booth out there for the Cabot Turkey Bowl.
Yeah.
It was a charity event that went to benefit Pathfinders Inc. of Cabot.
Yeah, we had those guys in the studio Friday, I guess, Thursday or Friday, and real nice guys. They have a great turnout.
Yeah, great turnout. A lot of people recognize me from the show. A lot of
that's
fans
awesome.
of Patrick and the People. So,
That is awesome. That is awesome.
Nice
That's
to
great.
get some recognition and meet some fans face to face.
Yeah, man, it's
That's
always good
fun.
to see them, isn't it? Yeah. And then to my right over here, joining us for the first time on the show is Josh Taylor. He's from AMC Mortgage. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. Oh, God, I can't even talk. Good morning. Thank you. I'm here.
Yeah. And you'll have to stay on the mic, just like, see how I am right here?
Yes, sir.
Just try to stay on it like that, and it'll help out. So, yeah, it's going to be a great day today. Lots going on. And, man, I tell you what, yesterday, I don't know what's going on. I guess all the bugs are waking up or something.
Oh, yeah?
Because I keep seeing, all the wasps are starting to act weird,
Mm-hmm.
And so yesterday I'm sitting at a stoplight. I was getting ready to show a house. And I was, just spraying on a little cologne before, because you meet people, you don't want to stink or, smell like whatever.
Freshen up.
Yeah. And so I'm spraying it on my neck, and I felt something kind of move, and I was just like, oh, man, it was a giant wasp. It was sitting on the back of my neck in the car. I'm just driving. The windows are up. I don't know how the hell it got there, why it was there, but I was like, man, he was looking for the sweet spot. I found him just in time,
He
man.
didn't get you, though?
No,
Okay.
thank God,
Nice.
man. Man, I've been stung many times. Never been stung on the neck. That would suck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that.
Especially right before you're supposed to meet somebody.
Right.
Yeah, no, especially right before. Yeah, no doubt about it, man. I don't know if you guys are this way, but if I get stung, and I have been many times, but the first thing I am is mad.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
That's the
Just
first
get
reaction.
mad.
Yep.
Yeah, just right off the bat, I'm pissed off.
You
Yeah.
mad?
Yeah, no,
Never.
surprising, right?
I was
Surprising,
Not angry.
Angry Patrick?
right?
Come
When's
on.
the last time, Bundy, you got stung by something or bit?
Really not too long ago, I found a yellow jacket's nest in the ground while I was mowing my yard.
Oh, they got you.
Yeah, I ran right over them, and a couple of them tagged me.
Yeah, Laura got hit 9 or 11 times when
Oh,
she
God.
did it, man. Yeah, it was crazy, man. They just came out of nowhere.
I'll tell you, for the next 3 days, I dedicated my life to destroying.
To destroying
I
it,
poured
yeah.
bleach down it. I set it on fire. I did all.
You
kinds
did
of shit to
everything.
try to
Yeah,
get
you
rid
went
of 'em.
full nuclear
Yeah.
option.
Yeah.
No, that's the right answer. That's the right answer. Rich, when's the last time you were stung or bit?
Fingers
counting your
crossed,
ex.
Knock on wood. Yeah, right. I've never been stung.
What?
I've never ever been stung by a bee, by a wasp, nothing.
Scorpion, nothing.
Nothing.
Wow.
Nothing has ever stung me.
We got to get something in here to sting Richard.
Man, no doubt, man. I mean, I feel like you need to go into a room of yellow jackets.
Right, I just need to experience this.
And I
one
don't
time.
even understand, man. Do you stay inside forever?
It's the voice, man.
Oh, that's what it is. It wards them off.
Like, get away!
Yeah, no, they leave. Yeah, no. Josh, what about you, man?
Man, I've been stung by everything from wasps to I had an 8-inch centipede bite me on the back of the
Oh,
head.
wow. Hold on. Let's stop there. An 8-inch
Yeah.
centipede. Where were you at?
I was camping down at Lake Catherine when I was a kid and picked up a log, and it was on the bottom of that log. And I mean, all it did was bite me. It didn't sting me, but it
Yeah.
dang sure made my skin crawl and scare
I bet it hurt.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they got pretty big little jaws there, don't
Mandibles.
they?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
like I had to shake it off my hand. It was hanging down.
I did that once with a cat. Some bitch bit me and wouldn't let go, and I finally went, bam! I was a dumb kid, man. There was two cats fighting. I was trying to stop them like you might a dog. They don't appreciate that. I'll tell you that right now.
The worst bee sting I got was a red wasp right in my cartilage of my ear.
Oh, my God. I bet that did hurt.
It did. I've been stung by everything. Hornets, ground hornets, yellow jackets.
Yeah, I think I pretty much have been. Yeah, now I've never been stung by a scorpion. That is one thing. I've messed with a lot of them when I was a kid. We lived out the end of Spring Hill Road in Bryant area, and it's nothing but clay and dirt, and so we had a storm cellar, the old kind, with the metal door, and then you have that stupid wall mounted metal ladder you climb down into it, and man, it was always full of spiders or
Cave crickets.
scorpions, cave crickets. And so my dad, in all his wisdom, one of the chores me and my brother had was to clean it out. Really? You're going to
Get
send
down
that
there.
kid in?
Yeah, get down there.
There's a storm cellar full of dangerous insects and spiders, yeah. And so we would often catch them and make them fight, gladiator style.
You put them in the jar and
Oh,
shake the jar
yeah.
out.
We had little boxes and things that it was a regular event because you'd have like a big wolf spider and like I remember one time we had a bucket and we put a big wolf spider, we put a lizard and a scorpion in at the same time. Like
Triple threat.
yeah, well, it's what we found in there that day, And so we put them in, and the spider just starts running around the side of the bucket, And the next thing, and the scorpion's in the middle. The lizard's just all by himself, like not moving. He's like,
Yeah, I'm good.
no, I'm not here, And so the spider's running everywhere. The lizard's just frozen, and the scorpion's in the middle. And finally, the spider just boom jumps on that scorpion. And I thought, oh, he got him. No, the scorpion, as soon as he landed, boom. Watch that big old spider's legs go. Yeah, man.
Sounds like a National Geographic pay-per-view.
Yeah.
It really should have been, man.
Sunday.
Be there.
One bug that won them all on our end was it's like I guess a blister bug we called it. It had a big horn on the front of its nose that would work up a ball of venom on his chest.
Oh,
and
really?
That was the bug that defeated them all.
Really?
Scorpions, spiders, whatever. That was the one.
That was the one.
Yeah.
Really? It was like a beetle?
No, it's got long legs, but it's got a horn that's probably an inch long off the front of its nose.
Man, I have not seen one of those, and if I did, I might leave. I might leave if I saw
I'll see
it.
if I can't Google it and show y'all. what it
Yeah,
is.
man, I'm interested in that. I've not run into one of those. I've run into some weird things. That ain't one of them.
Imagine finding that thing on your neck.
No, I don't want to find that anywhere, to be honest with
Thank
you.
God they're not 6 feet tall.
I know that's right.
Right.
All right, let's get to those who have outrun the Grim Reaper. Ryan Gosling, him from The Notebook and a million other things, but all the ladies love him. How old is Ryan Gosling, Rich?
Oh, I don't know what, mid-30s?
44.
Oh, okay.
44.
Yeah.
All right.
Anne Hathaway. You know her from a lot of things. How old is she, Bundy? How old do you
I'll
think?
go with 42.
Yeah, you're right. That's spot on. 42 is right. Let's see. Megan Mullally from Will and Grace is 66. Let's see. Craig Parker from Lord of the Rings, 54. Tevin Campbell, the singer's 48. Megadeth's David Ellefson is 60. Amarion is 40. Neil Young is still alive. Wow.
That's the biggest surprise.
Yeah,
right?
that
He's
is the
still
biggest
kicking.
surprise. Neil Young is still alive. He's 79. Yeah, I didn't even know he was alive. Ice skater Tanya Harding, 54. She kind of had a second career as a kind of a pop culture commentator on a lot of shows and stuff for a while. I don't know where she is now. Baseball champ Sammy Sosa is 56. Is he still held in pretty high esteem? I know he was part of the steroid era, right?
Yeah, I mean, besides that slight blemish of that, but yeah, I mean, people love Sammy Sosa.
Okay, they still love him.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, all right. Well, also, I would be remiss if I did not give a very happy birthday, 32nd birthday, as a matter of fact, to mattress actress Jenna Sativa. You, I'm certain, have seen her in Stepsisters That Scissor. Yeah.
Happy birthday to her.
Yeah, happy birthday. It's
missed that
probably a great. Oh, you missed that film? Oh, I think it was nominated for an Oscar. Well, after it was announced that Ticketmaster had suffered a hack that might have affected 500 million customers, each and every one of those customers should have changed their passwords. If you're one that hasn't, might be time to reconsider it. A report from Business Insider says some customers have been checking accounts and finding tickets that should be there missing, meaning someone busted into their account and transferred tickets that were supposed to be there away. Now, some customers have been able to wrangle through Ticketmaster's god-awful customer service and retrieve their tickets. Others have not been so lucky. So maybe you
Is
should take
that-
a look at that.
Is that recent that they just got
Yeah.
Because there was just another one with them not too long. I want to say, back in earlier this year that they got hacked.
I don't know. Maybe it is the same one. I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I don't have a Ticketmaster account. I don't even like them.
Maybe we shouldn't be paying $200 for tickets back.
No, I know that's
And
right.
that's just the fees.
Yeah, right. Let's see. The election results for Congress still rolling in. Looks like GOP just a few seats away from keeping control of the House. Actually, I saw last night they'd had that. I don't know if it's true, but certainly then that would mean all three houses, the House, the Senate, and the executive office would be under GOP control. Putting LED lights on the bottom of surfboards might deter attacks from a great white. According to a new Australian study, LED lights on sill-shaped decoys, they found it disrupted sharks from seeing the silhouette and reduced attack rates. The sharks appear to rely on visual cues of a dark object against a lighter background. So that kind of flips the script on it, and they're thinking maybe I don't want to try that out personally, and test that. I'll let them test that theory. Let's see. In Tallahassee, Florida, T-Pain honored in his hometown. I like T-Pain. On Sunday, the singer-songwriter, record producer, given the key to the city of Tallahassee, Mayor John Daly, not the same as here, handed him the award and thanked him for his contributions to music and ongoing commitment to the community. And then they named a street after him. It's now T-Pain Lane.
T-Pain Lane.
T-Pain Lane. That'd be a great place to live. Over a dozen monkeys still on the loose after escaping a research facility last week in South Carolina. We'll talk about that. There's about 43 monkeys. 30 have been recaptured. But, we'll talk about it. Hey, if you, were thinking about maybe you still had a shot, well, probably you don't. Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly expecting their first kid together. Megan Fox shared the news in a post yesterday in her announcement. She held her baby bump. Well, you know what they do. I mean, they do all that the picture stuff. But this will be her fourth child. She had 3 kids with Brian Austin Green, and he escaped her. But apparently Machine Gun Kelly is not. And the longer he's been with her, the more pink his outfits have gotten. I don't know what's going on there, but I have a feeling that sometimes their roles may change at night.
I want to see the witch doctor that's going to deliver that baby.
I know that's right. I know that's exactly right. Arguably, Buck Cherry's biggest album is getting a re-release in January. 15, which was named for the number of days it took to record, stayed on the Billboard charts for about 98 weeks. Included hits, Crazy Bitch, Next to You, and Sorry. The release set for January 17th will mark the vinyl debut for the 20th anniversary release and have a bonus disc of material, some acoustic versions, and some other stuff on there.
Way to stay relevant.
Yeah, no, you got to do their thing,
I
right?
say, I haven't heard from them since that CD came out, I think.
Well, I mean, they've had a few hits, but yeah, sometimes a band can have 1 or 2 hits and really make it work. I mean,
Right?
Jimmy Buffett was a great example of that.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, he had a couple of huge hits, the biggest, of course, Margaritaville, but what was the other one that was a Cheeseburger in Paradise?
Yeah.
It's pretty big. Now, he had other songs too, but man, he made a whole fortune off of that,
And retired in the Bahamas in his bar.
Yeah, right. He
Not
has
a bad way to go.
No, he has a retirement place that down in Florida, a community. It has the highest STD rate in the nation.
Well, I mean, you ain't got a lot on your clock left. Why not?
No, I don't think they care much.
Right.
I had a friend of ours that we knew, and I won't say where she worked, but she was talking about her dad, and she goes, "You're not going to believe this story," And I'm like, "What?" She goes, "Man, I took my dad to the doctor. He was having some problems, and she said, he's 92, and he's in a retirement home." Yeah, and she said, "Yeah," and the doctor came back and said, "Okay, so here's what it is. Your dad has chlamydia." And she was like, "Oh my God, are you kidding me?" He goes, "Oh, that's not the best part. The best part is he's not sure who he got it from."
Oh,
92.
Oh,
92 knocking boots at the retirement
Hey,
center,
yeah.
man.
Pipe.
Yeah. I mean, hey, listen, I guess if you're 92, you're like, "Hey, I don't have How many chances I got, I'm taking them, you know?
More than just them bingo balls floating around.
I know that's right. I know that's right. After a bit of upheaval this week, there's been a shift in the NCAA football championship odds. Here's where things stand as we go into week 12. It looks like Ohio State, Oregon, and Texas, in that order, are predicted to possibly win the championship.
Great. We play Texas this weekend. So
Do we?
It's great.
We
for
play
Arkansas.
Texas?
Yeah. Saturday.
It's not going to go well, is it?
No, it's not.
No, someone told me the other day that Pittman that he's not going anywhere. That
Really?
They're 100% committed to him.
Really?
Have you heard that? Does anybody heard that?
I have.
Well, I actually heard some talks last night, and now this is just like Facebook talk,
Yeah.
but of Urban Meyer, interest in Urban Meyer, trying to give him some Walmart and chicken money. And
Urban
Get him.
Meyer, get
Yeah.
him down here.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't mess around with me like that now.
Right now, that'd be
Urban
awesome.
Meyer's a real deal, man. He was awesome.
I really don't. I haven't heard that though. I'd be surprised if they keep him around. I think.
I mean,
there's such
I
a
would have
big-
fired him mid last game.
Yeah.
All right, in the middle of the game. I'd have walked out and handed him his stuff right there and
Right.
said, get out. You know, come on, Petrino.
I hate
Come
to
on,
see
Petrino.
it.
Let's
He's
go.
such a, he loves the state.
No, it's not about whether he's a nice guy or
Right,
not.
right.
I'm not talking about, who he
Right.
is as a human being.
Mhm.
He may be the greatest human being on the planet,
Right.
but I'm talking about how the team's doing, and it looks like we suck ass according to my best review.
Yeah.
Am I
Say it
wrong?
Politely, no.
Yeah.
We've been not doing good.
No, we're not doing as well as I think we could be doing.
Right.
And now I'm not saying, listen, I'm not one of those people who believe we should be in the hunt for a championship every year. We are in Arkansas.
Right.
It's hard to outcompete
Just want a
and
decent
out-recruit
bowl
some of
game.
the other things. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, just give us a decent record,
Yep.
Let's see. More trouble has found Tampa Bay Rays shortstop Wander Franco. In the Dominican Republic, Franco was arrested after an altercation Sunday in the parking lot of an apartment complex where guns were drawn. Sources say Franco and an unnamed woman held for questioning. Another man taken into custody, guns confiscated. Presumably one belonged to him. The ball player was allegedly fighting with the other man over the woman's attention. Bad call. He's on administrative leave as he awaits trial for all kinds of things. Mike Tyson, sports commentator Wade Clemens had posted on X a message from Mike Tyson to Jake Paul. Says he's one of the coldest I've ever heard. In the video, Tyson's watching a TV interview with Jake Paul in which Paul is asked if he has a message for Tyson. Paul says, Mike, I love you, but this is my sport now. It's an honor to get in the ring with you, but I'm going to take your throne, brother. To that, Tyson gives a cold-ass stare at the camera, laughs, and said, there's a fundamental difference between me and Jake. He's a manufactured killer. Television and papers made him a killer. He's manufactured. I'm a natural-born killer. That's the difference.
Oh, what a line, dude. What a
I saw
bar.
that
dude.
video
What
on
a
Facebook
bar,
of
dude.
the- I saw that video of that interview on Facebook. a couple
Yeah?
days ago, man.
That is cold. I'm
Yeah.
a natural born killer, baby.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Savage.
He is, man. And I hope this is real. God damn, I hope this is real, man. I just want to see Jake just right across,
Just eat it.
just a straight uppercut, clacking them teeth together a little bit, thin them down some,
Right.
At Friday's Purdue Boilermakers basketball game, the student section known as the Paint Crew voiced their displeasure over the 1-8 record of the school's team. During the game, a chant of "Fire Walters" directed at head coach Ryan Walters broke out. Safe to assume the school not thrilled about it. On Sunday, an email blast went out to the members of the Paint Crew warning that section against negative chants towards the coach or Purdue. The email mentioned the school's strong reputation and respect around basketball for having class, then went on to say, any chance slandering our coach or players won't be tolerated. School says any student participating in such a chant will be removed and their membership to the Paint Crew will be revoked.
Oh, no.
Well, you wouldn't want to have your Paint Crew membership
know.
revoked. I mean,
Say it ain't so.
that's a bridge too far, isn't it? Then this right here, Lil Wayne set to give his take. He's going to join NFL Game Day Morning on the NFL Network. I like Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
The Grammy-winning artist will join the talk show Sunday, November 17th as a weekly guest. He'll appear weekly for the rest of the NFL season alongside, Rich Eisen, Kurt Warner, Steve Mariucci, and Gerald McCoy. Lil Wayne, an avid sports fan, diehard Packers supporter.
All right.
It must be tough. The rapper also no stranger to commenting on sports and made regular guest appearances on Fox Sports 1's Undisputed alongside Skip Bayless when Shannon Sharp left. The sports show also features Wayne's, he sings the theme song to it as well. Yeah, no, that's dope. I like Lil Wayne. He's funny. Wheezy, he's got good takes. He's a real sharp cat, actually. One thing interesting about him is he doesn't write anything down.
Yeah, it's all
Nothing.
up in the
Oh,
dome.
wow.
Nothing down. Not a damn thing. It's all here.
I feel like
All
I'm
in
the
the head.
exact opposite. If I don't write it down,
No, it's I need to write it down first at least. Yeah.
Maybe
No,
a couple
that's-
of times.
That's impressive though that he has that ability. All right, let's do something different, huh?
Attention station employees, Adderall is a controlled substance, but it definitely makes you better at your job, which can lead to promotion and making more money. But don't do drugs. Thank you.
All right. And I'm going to put this on the blog after the show. I'll get this up. But Tom Cruise back to doing what he does best, running, jumping, risking his life because he's insane. Probably the greatest stuntman to ever live, if I were guessing at this point. But the first trailer for Mission Impossible 8, which we now know is officially titled The Final Reckoning, set to land in theaters in May of next year. And it looks like it's going to be the last.
Oh.
Yeah, looks like it's the last one, allegedly.
Yeah.
But he's bringing everybody back. Bing Rames as Luther Stickles, Simon Pegg's Benji Dunn, Haley Atwell's Grace. And so they've got a new trailer, and it looks as good as you can possibly expect it to look. I mean, I like the Mission Impossible movies. The first one's kind of lame. It's okay, but the rest of them are all amazing. Are you a fan?
I haven't seen all of them. I think I've seen the first two and maybe this latest one.
Yeah. Now, are you an action movie guy?
Yeah, I love
All
it.
right. So what's the your go-to action movie for you?
Oh man, I know you love this one, Die Hard.
Hell yeah.
Ah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
Christmas
greatest
movie of
action
all
movie.
time.
Yeah, definitely greatest Christmas, maybe the greatest
I was
action
gonna
movie.
say, are we gonna open up that discussion?
No, there's no
Christmas movie or
discussion.
not?
It is Christmas. Ho, ho, ho.
Yeah.
I have a machine gun, too.
Yippee-ki-yay.
How about you, man?
As
You
far
a
as
fan
what-
of the Mission Impossible
Oh
movies?
yeah. I haven't seen them all, here
Yeah.
and there, but yeah, they're good
Okay.
franchise.
What would you
absolutely.
say your favorite, your go-to action movie might be?
Man, there's so many of them that are so good. I mean, Die Hard's good.
Yeah.
We talked about before The Punisher.
Oh yeah,
so
that's
a
great.
great movie.
That's great.
So,
You know what? I just watched Terminator 2.
yeah.
Oh, the
Damn,
best.
man, it's still
Yeah.
good,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Damn, it's
Yeah.
still good.
The Rambo franchise. That's
You know, the last one was actually surprisingly
it
decent.
was. It
I
really
like,
was.
man, it's actually pretty good,
Yeah.
man. It really was. How about yourself, Josh? Do you like the Mission Impossible movies?
Man, I do. I'm not the biggest fan of Tom Cruise. I think he's all right. But
Yeah.
how
Neither are
old is
fish,
he?
but-
75 and running and jumping off
He's
buildings?
60-something now, or 60. I mean, yeah.
I'm
And he's
43, and I couldn't do what that.
most people can't,
Oh,
man.
he's
I
got
mean,
rubber bones or something.
yeah, no, I don't know what it is about the dude, but
My favorite movie is Jeremiah Johnson. I know that's not action, but that's Robert Redford in the 70s.
oh, okay.
In Utah.
Okay. Yeah.
The mountain man, or he was survived the Civil
Okay.
War.
My
goes,
mom really loved Robert Redford.
I mean, I didn't have a crush on him or anything, but
Well, I didn't know. I mean, if you like mustaches, that's
Right,
cool.
right.
I mean, Rich has a great
Let me
mustache.
just slide on over this way.
Right.
Now, I don't know what you folks have been doing. Why do I feel like this is going to happen here, or it has happened here? But apparently, less than 2 years after the company Chicken Soup for the Soul bought Redbox, and I didn't even know they bought Redbox.
Wow.
I didn't
Did
know.
anybody know this?
No.
No, it doesn't matter because the corporation declared bankruptcy. Now people are taking movies out of the mostly abandoned DVD kiosk across the country. Some, with permission, are taking the kiosk themselves, actually.
do you have a DVD player hooked up right now?
No,
No.
Exactly.
anybody
I don't know
know?
anybody that does.
no.
PlayStation or Xbox, I guess.
But it says if you visited a CVS or Walmart since 2013, you've seen the big Redbox movie rental kiosk outside at least one of the stores. They contain movies and, for a time, video games that people could rent. Very successful for a long time. But anyway, I guess people are plundering them, just breaking into them, taking all the movies and stuff out. When was the last time you saw a Redbox?
I mean, I've seen a few of them been closed down over the last month. Obviously, just walking around stores like Walmart and stuff, and they still have them up. But
Now I want to
an
know where
actual
one is.
operational one.
I don't even want DVDs, but
Right.
I wanted to get them out now.
Yeah.
I feel like I need to liberate those movies.
There's one at the gas station on Bummy Ridge, right next to Shannon Hills.
Is that right?
For sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I'm pretty sure I still have a few Redbox movies from when they were in business.
Yeah, I'm going to
Bet
be
you owe
honest.
them $500 for
If
that
it's
late fee.
yeah, if it's over on Buy Me Ridge, probably the meth head's got to it. But I will take a look and see because I want to get in on one of these and see if I can get in there. That's interesting to me.
You gonna load it up in the car, take it home?
Man, I'll
Have your
just
own Redbox.
No, I just don't want the movies. I don't know why. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson responding to rumors about his behavior on the set of his new movie Red One. An April 24th report said that the film ended up with a massive budget, $250 million, due to, quote, Johnson's chronic lateness as well as producers' inexperience. One source claimed he was as many as 8 hours late to set, and the film had to be shot around his schedule, adding he missed entire days. It claimed he caused $50 million to be added to the budget. Another part of the report alleged he urinated in bottles on set. Well, The Rock finally addressed all those rumors. He said, yeah, I pee in a bottle. It happens. It does? Why? There's no bathroom on the set?
All right.
Why are you
All right.
peeing in a bottle,
All right.
Wayne? What's going on there, man? Man, really? About a beef lady responded, yeah, that happens too, but not that amount, by the way. That was a bananas amount. That's crazy. The director said Dwayne never missed a day of work ever. Said he has a lot going on. He can be late sometimes, but such is Hollywood. That's the case with everybody. Honestly, I've made 3 big movies with him. I've never seen him be anything but great to everybody on the set. Chris Evans said he was awesome to work with.
As long as you're not a bottle.
Yeah, apparently, as long as you're not a bottle, right? Yeah, to empty, unassuming bottles, he's R. Kelly or
Man.
you know. I mean, damn, why are you peeing in bottles? I mean, I gotta have a bathroom, man.
Stay away from the Mountain Dew bottles if The Rock is around.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Yeah, don't do that. And then finally, you'll love this. Somehow, Danny DeVito may not be able to beat Vin Diesel in a high-speed street race, but when it comes to being one of Hollywood's sexiest bald guys, the 4'10" New Jersey native beat him. Are you kidding me?
Really?
Are you serious right now? Come on, man. Apparently, DeVito, who's 79, scored the number 6 slot of the top 10 rankings of the world's most bettable bald guys. You're going to tell me who the wants to bang Danny DeVito?
Right?
Raise your hand right now if you thought about banging Danny DeVito. I just want you to go ahead and raise your hand. Yeah, now hit yourself in the face, okay? Because it's ridiculous. Yeah, he secured the number 6 slot. The muscle-bound Vin Diesel was number 10. Let's see. Guardians of the Galaxy. Okay, here it is. Here's the list. So number 1 of the most eligible bald dudes, sexiest, Prince William. Really?
Prince William.
Prince William.
Right.
Okay.
I think I like Danny DeVito better. than
Yeah,
Prince
no,
William.
I definitely. Number 2, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. He really? I guess because Prince William has more money than The Rock.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the
Well,
only
Maybe he
reason.
doesn't pee in bottles.
That
Yeah,
could
maybe
be.
that was it.
Shaquille O'Neal, Kelly Slater, Terry Crews, Danny DeVito, Samuel L. Jackson.
DeVito above Jackson?
Yeah. Does that make sense to you?
What is
Do you
wrong
Do
with
you
this
think
world?
that you think more ladies would rather smash Danny DeVito than Samuel L. Jackson?
Is this real life right now?
No.
I didn't think so. I'm still sleeping. Right?
Stanley Tucci and Vin Diesel's number 10.
Where are you and Rich on?
Yeah, right.
We'll get it next year.
And
man.
why did Bruce Willis not make that list?
Right.
I mean, I know it just because he's got dementia or
I was
Alzheimer's,
gonna say,
whatever
not like
it
you'd
is. I
know
mean,
if
he's
he did.
still bangable, right? I mean, in
You're
theory.
not gonna remember it.
No, he definitely won't remember it. That's for sure. Yeah. Yeah. You know, I'm thinking I may just go
Danny
full head
DeVito.
shave. I've been thinking about it this
You
week.
should, man.
Yeah.
Just join the club.
Just be done.
Right?
Just buzz it all the way.
It's a
Yeah.
lot easier. Money.
Yeah, I mean, I keep it low profile, but yeah, it would be easier to just. Do
Give it a
you,
shot.
do you use no, you don't use a razor on yours. Do you?
Oh yeah. I mean, I use an electric razor, like
Right,
you know,
right,
beard
but
trimmer,
you don't-
and just- I don't. Yeah, I don't go. You know,
Yeah.
straight
I
razor.
think I'm gonna get a straight
shave it clear.
razor and go Telly Savalas on that shit.
Yeah.
Nice.
Go Kojak, man. Just completely Kojak that.
Yeah.
All right, let's do something a little different.
And now, another first world problem.
Oh,
Oh, I broke my chip in the dip. Use another one to scoop it out. Oh, I broke that one too. That sucks. I know. Damn it. I'm going home.
Nick says, by the way, that Urban Meyer isn't coming to Arkansas. And says he doesn't want the Florida gig. He definitely doesn't want the Arkansas job. You know, I would have said that about what's the guy, John Calipari
Yeah,
too.
right.
If you'd asked me
We
if
can be
John
hopeful.
Calipari would come to Arkansas, I'd have said, man,
Yeah.
you're out of your rabbit ass mind.
We can be hopeful.
Somebody
Yeah.
on Facebook wants to know with the list of bald guys if you would go higher or I would on the list.
Oh no, you definitely be above me,
Think
brother.
so?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
I
you
agree.
definitely better than yeah.
Oh,
Little Doggy said a great action movie is Crank. Man, that is a
That
great
is a
movie.
good movie.
Yeah, with Jason Statham. The second one's funny too. It's just a weird ass movie, but man, it is frenetic. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's interesting. That's one of my favorite Statham movies. But I like Jason Statham. He's a fun actor to me. You
The
know.
Expendables was a good series too.
Yeah, that is a good series.
It was,
Yeah, it's a
yeah.
lot of fun. You know, they don't take themselves too seriously, and that's always good. So yeah, I like that. Hey, I want to mention to you, if you're not following My Celine and you live in Saline County, you should be. My Celine, it's the online publication's been around forever. MyCeline.com. Shelly over there is great people, but if you're looking at news and stuff, but now they carry all of our calendar.
Yeah.
Over on My
Yes.
Celine, they're publishing that so you can see who our guests are that are upcoming
Oh,
on the
cool.
show. She's putting the schedule out there for us. So, you know, go over there and give her a like or a follow, you know, whether it's on Facebook or you just go to myceline.com and get over there. We want to help, you know, all the folks that are helping us out. And by the way, if you are thinking about a late model, low mileage vehicle, Fitz Auto is the only way to go. You know, you don't want to spend the crazy amount on a brand new car today. That's a losing proposition. I promise you that. Don't do it. Go over to Fitz Auto, get you a car that's, you know, got 10, 12, 15,000 miles on it. It's barely broke in for you, and get all the benefits of the newer car, but the price of a late model car.
right.
And the great news is they work with you regardless of your credit history. Doesn't matter if you've had problems. They are their own bank. They report to the credit bureau, and they can work with you. So you can go to fitzauto.com, or you can go to 8421 Stagecoach Road in Little Rock and check them out in person. We bought 7 vehicles from them. No kidding. And matter of fact, the Lexus that I have has been through my wife, myself, and now my younger son. I
Nice.
think it's pushing 250,000 miles at this point.
Hell yeah.
I'm not even
Hell yeah.
exaggerating. Yeah, it's a Lexus SUV. Best vehicle I ever bought in my life, without a doubt. The best vehicle I've ever had. What's your favorite car you ever had, Bundy?
Oh man, probably
Is there
my-
one that got away?
I've had a couple that ended up in the junkyard, but probably my first truck is a '76 square body Chevrolet, and
Oh,
I
yeah.
bought it with my own money when I was
Short bed, long bed.
short bed,
Yeah,
$400.
really?
yeah, $400
Wow,
yeah.
man. Was it running when you bought it?
Oh yeah, oh
That's
yeah.
crazy.
Not
town.
great, but it ran.
Wow, the fact
yeah.
it ran and it was $400
yeah.
bucks.
Yeah.
You can't get a door for that for $400 now. What are you talking about, man? What about you, Rich? What's the best car, favorite car you ever had?
Favorite car I ever had was recently actually was a Cadillac CTS.
Oh, hell yeah.
And it was kind of a blessing that I got it. I was involved in an accident prior to it.
Yeah.
My car was totaled out and walked into the dealership, said, hey, this is what I got to work with for a down payment. My car was just destroyed. What can I get? And they were like, well, with your credit, we can only get you into a Cadillac. And I was like, oh, only a Cadillac.
Yeah, no, I understand.
yeah.
And I'll have to suffer through it.
Yeah, I'll deal. But favorite car of all time, Nissan Datsun 280ZX, man. That has
Oh,
always
you had a
been the dream car.
280Z.
I know, I've
Oh,
never
you
had
never
one.
had
I've
that.
always wanted one.
Oh, yeah, they are dope.
Oh yeah.
They were a lot of fun. Josh, best car you ever had?
My first vehicle was a '78 F-150 XLT four-wheel drive. Long
Yeah.
wheelbase,
Nice.
Old granny low 4-speed, 400 modified.
Yes, sir.
big
Red
block.
and white stripe.
No, it was metallic brown and vanilla.
Okay,
Like
okay.
vanilla across the
Yeah,
middle.
yeah.
It had clearance lights. I bought it with my own money for $1,500 when I was 16 from
Okay.
a family friend, and that was the first clutch plate I ever replaced because I was an
Yeah.
idiot kid.
Yeah. Well, back then, you had to do a little work on your own car if
Oh,
you
yeah.
wanted to keep it going. you know, because it was just the way it was. You know? Yeah, I like a lot of the cars I've had. My Vet was actually my favorite.
Yeah,
but,
the yellow Vet, dude. I
but
remember seeing you cruise
sentimentally,
around in that.
oh man, that car's so fast, man. But sentimentally, my 1980 Z28.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was fully loaded, T-tops, the hood scoop. I mean, it had it all, man. It was so badass. And
Nice.
had a bad electrical harness, and my dad was like, it costs more than the car to replace it. And I'm like, I don't give a shit. He's like, yeah, but I'm paying for it. It's gone.
Right.
It
Yeah.
has the rattlingest doors.
Oh no! It was a
The
rattle.
doors are 5 feet
Yeah,
long.
yeah, they were, man. And I was mad because I had to take the Chevelle. How stupid was I? Yeah, that's just how it is.
My
though.
first car ever was a 1990 Ford Escort. You know, hatchback.
Oh my God,
thing.
a
Yeah, it
Ford
was
Escort.
oh,
Yeah,
gosh.
baby.
I put duct tape racing stripes on it. It actually improved the looks of the car.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, did it?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah,
Seriously,
no,
I
I'm
was like,
sure it
oh,
did.
okay, you know, that good old.
Yeah,
Escort.
before I had the
It had
vehicle
a-
I'm driving now, I had a GMC Terrain, and I put a hood scoop on it. One of those that you put just you order and you just put on yourself. because
Right.
I just had so much estrogen in it. It looked like. I was like, man, I gotta do something to this thing, man. So
Beef it up a little
we
bit.
used to joke. We called it the TT, the Turbo Terrain.
My Escort used to have automatic trash dispensers in the back. It was
Yeah.
just 2 holes through the back floorboard.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
You
it
just
was-
go. Yeah, remember those days where you had holes in your floorboard? Oh my God, yeah. I've seen street below my feet before when I was driving. I had a 76 Monte Carlo like that where part of it was rusted out, and you always worried if your foot slipped through, you were in big trouble, you know?
I had to have a rope tied from the hatchback to the little shifter because every time I went over train tracks, the hatchback
hatch
would
would
just
come
pop
up,
up on its
yeah.
own. Yeah, it was a great first car, man.
No, that is great.
Great character.
Yeah, absolutely a lot.
Yeah.
We made it through a lot.
Kids
No.
need that. All the kids now have new cars. I seen a kid driving a Land Rover the other day.
Oh man, it's just like,
Oh, dude.
yeah, no, I know.
I drove that car all the way until like I was driving it and it would just jerk. I'd be going down the road and it'd be like, and I finally took it to a mechanic. He said, you have 3 mild oil leaks and a gas line leak. You need to take that thing to the graveyard. And I
Yeah.
said, well, is it still safe to drive?
Yeah, no, I had an RX-7 like that, man. That damn, that was at the Gray Ghost. It was a little 84 RX-7, 83, 84, little bitty body, but man, they had those rotary engines, and there's no top end. And a rotary engine, they'll just keep going. And man, I had so much fun driving that car. And then but it was a rotary, a Wankel design engine, and once the compression's gone, it's over. And
It's done.
the compression, it started getting less and less. The performance started getting worse and worse. And I thought, let's get some injector problems or something. They said, no, your compression's gone. I was like, damn. Yeah, and they got rid of lots of great vehicles that apparently in my life just went wrong. All the good ones are gone. All right, let's talk about something else here. Hold on one second. Yeah, this is right here in Arkansas area. An Arkansas man cited after he allegedly killed a 15-point buck illegally in his home state, then entered the deer into a competition in Louisiana. Yeah, that's smart. Good idea, man. Andrew Reels, he's 27. He's from Crossett. He was cited for hunting contest fraud and violating interstate commerce regulations in Louisiana. He's accused of killing the buck in Arkansas during illegal hours, then entered it into the Simmons Sporting Goods Big Buck Contest in Bastrop. That's the same. It was the same day. Bastrop is in northern Louisiana near the Arkansas border. The contest remains ongoing and continues throughout the season. Prizes include the chance to win a 10 grand shopping spree, a Can-Am four-wheeler. In addition to Louisiana charges, Arkansas agents charged him with illegal hunting, which can be, pretty bad. But 15-point buck.
Wow.
Damn, I might illegally shoot that if it showed up in my yard. I mean, damn, that's a big buck, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah, but those those buck contests are no joke.
Yeah, they
Really,
take that
they
shit
will
serious.
interrogate you.
Oh, yeah.
All get out.
Yeah.
Well, because you will go on like the Hall of Fame and stuff.
Well, and you saw the prizes they give.
Yeah, yeah.
$10,000. Like
Yeah.
it does get into fraud.
Yeah. What's the biggest buck you've ever seen? You ever seen one bigger than 15 point? Because I don't even know if I've seen a 15. I've seen a 12.
Not in person.
Yeah.
12 is the biggest I've seen. 12
Yeah, that's probably
Yeah.
the
maybe
biggest
12
I've
with a
seen is
downtime.
12.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Okay. Well, let's talk about then. Speaking of animals, South Carolina authorities, and I mentioned this when we first came in, have issued an urgent alert for residents in Beaufort County after more than 40 Reeses macaque monkeys escaped from the Alpha Genesis Research Facility on Wednesday. The monkeys reportedly weighed between 6 and 7 pounds, broke free from their enclosures, prompting a full-scale response from law enforcement. They advised residents lock their doors and windows, stressing the potential for the primates to wander into populated areas. Multiple officers are currently collaborating with the personnel. They've got thermal imaging. They've got food-based lures trying to recapture them. They warned that additional noise or movement could hinder the capture. They requested residents report sightings, calling 911. So don't approach them. Yeah, even 5 or 6 pounds, man, a monkey will mess your ass up.
Right.
Don't mess with them. They're wild.
Yeah, it's gonna grab a little dog or cat or something.
Mm-hmm.
They might hump it.
Yeah.
I mean, I
They
don't
might.
think it's going to kill it,
They
but it
might
might
try
hump.
to eat it. I mean, monkeys, they're carnivores too.
Well, I guess they are, aren't
Yeah.
they?
They eat smaller monkeys, I thought. And am I the only one that thought of, what was it, Planet of the Apes, when the monkeys
Oh, yeah.
escaped?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know they were 8 pounds. I was thinking chimpanzees.
Yeah, no, boy, you got 40 chimpanzees. You better lock the door.
Right.
You better
I'm leaving
stand
town.
guarded on your
Man,
door.
if you watch that Chimp Crazy, which is the
Yeah.
new documentary, man, just listening to the 911 call
That
of
is
that one,
horrifying.
it was one like
horrifying.
the worst maybe call I've ever listened to as far as that kind goes, because the lady's her own chimp just killed her friend, basically, just ate her face off and it
Oh,
was
it's
just
horrible.
the craziest 911 call because you're listening, the lady's crying.
This is called what?
Chimp Crazy.
And it's on what?
Netflix.
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
docuseries.
Yeah, it's a docu. Same the guy who made Tiger King. Speaking of that, we are talking to Tiger King.
Yeah, I've
Joe
had a lot of
Exotic
people
this
asking
week.
about that.
No, for real. We are he's in prison, and we are interviewing him from prison this week.
Nice.
And so we'll talk to him about what his new initiative to get out. He is scheduled to be out in May anyway, and we'll talk to him about his new wedding that's coming up, his engagement. Oh, yeah, that's right. He's engaged now. So lots to talk about with the Tiger King. Should be really interesting. We'll also be interviewing this week Jason Gann from Wilfred.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
that, dude. That's gonna be super cool.
Yeah, man, I'm excited about it. He's Australian.
Now, is he coming in or?
No, I'm going to Zoom with him.
gotcha.
He's in Australia, actually.
I got you.
Yeah, so that's cool, though, that we're able to do that.
Yeah, that's super cool.
Yeah, and then Sean Baker, who is a big-time influencer. But, yeah, man, how crazy is it with, 40 monkeys escape? I mean, you had one job, keep the monkeys in. How do you let 40 of them?
Oh,
How do you let 40 of them escape, man?
Sounds
I would
like there's
imagine-
more to it than that.
Yeah,
Well,
probably.
they said that none of them were, they were pre-test monkeys, so none of them were carrying any kind of disease or anything. Is what they
Well, that's
Yeah,
good.
sure.
Yeah, it wasn't like
That's what I would say,
Wuhan.
too.
They weren't Wuhan monkeys.
oh.
Yeah, baby, the Wuhan. All right, let's do something different.
Attention station employees. Adderall is a controlled substance. But it
No.
Thanksgiving for Dummies.
That's me!
Thanksgiving, also known as the crappy holiday between Halloween and Christmas, is devoted to the 5 F's. Food, family, farting, football, and taking shots of Fireball when no one is looking. Traditionally, Thanksgiving is supposed to be like this.
May I have more stuffing? Pass the cranberry, please.
Good job, honey.
But since the whole family's assembled, it's also a good time to drop bombshells.
I'm gay. We're pregnant.
With a black baby. Your father is leaving us. Is it cancer?
No, I've got another family.
Yikes! Looks like it's a good time for another shot of Fireball. Then, the next day, at 6 a.m., everyone goes to the mall to wrestle other white people for bargains.
Back away from the scarf.
You want a piece of me?
This has been Thanksgiving for Dummies.
That's pretty great.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I
pretty
like that one. I like that. Speaking of Thanksgiving, when it comes to gathering around the table, most people think about seating arrangements and the turkey, but what about the conversation? Though discussion about thankfulness are encouraged, there are certain topics, of course they say, should be left off the table. Now, this comes courtesy of some etiquette coach. So do you agree that politics should not be discussed at Thanksgiving?
My family's open about everything.
Are they?
Yeah,
They
just
talk about everything.
Deal with it. Yeah.
Do they fight? Do they argue?
No, we're all pretty much on the same page.
Oh, you are?
We're all raised old school, I guess.
No, I got you. Yeah, no, I understand.
Talk about
I'll wear-
politics at Thanksgiving. Take care of it at Festivus. You know.
Yeah, okay, all right. It says you shouldn't be talking about people's weight at Thanksgiving. No, it's probably not good to go, hey,
Yeah.
look, Aunt Judy, you got a lot fatter, hadn't you?
Do you really need that extra
Yeah.
spoonful of stuffing?
No.
Yeah.
Money. Yeah, why would you talk about money at Thanksgiving? Family planning. And then, what does it say? Oh, yeah, family planning. So,
That's it. Those are the top things.
yeah, those are the top things you're not supposed to discuss. Yeah, I think, my family's like yours. There really wasn't anything off the table for discussion.
Oh, we like to stir stuff up too, though. Like,
Yeah.
if there's one cousin that's kind of a little off, you're going to pick on him. That's just
Yeah.
Little pokes,
my
little
family,
jabs.
man, you know.
No, that's how you do it in real life. Yeah.
Tough skin. You got to have tough skin to get along.
You know, you do. Around here, you do. That's for damn sure. All right. But if fewer Americans are celebrating holiday events, 39% of Americans said this is their busiest holiday season yet. A survey of 2,000 adults looked at how people's social calendars have evolved. Although a lot of people are busier than ever, says Americans are slowing down compared to last holiday season. Respondents will attend 3 gatherings this year, down from 5. Those surveyed are comfortable with this change, as only 36% wish they were attending more gatherings, compared to 62% who wished for the same last year. Well, I think, we're out of the woods of the COVID and all that, whatever it was.
Yeah.
That, and so, yeah, I mean, nobody wants to travel more than they have to. No, you can come to my house now. I'm not dying. You're not dying.
Right.
Get your ass on the road and you come here. This was conducted by Talker Research, and the survey found a third of Americans feel like they've been waiting a long time for the holidays this year. Looking at what they'll be spending their time doing, the most popular gatherings: Thanksgiving dinner, Christmas dinner, and Christmas parties. Fewer respondents will attend New Year's parties and Friendsgiving dinners, and even fewer will attend New Year's parties. Yeah, so 36% versus 54% last year. Now, of all the gatherings they're attending, those surveyed were most excited about Thanksgiving dinner. Is that the best holiday to you?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, all you do is cook food and come over and bullshit. Like, it's
Eat
no
and
more than
watch
you're really.
football?
Yeah,
Football, yeah.
Yeah.
Hanging
What
out.
about you? Yeah, you like Thanksgiving the
I
best?
mean, yeah, I think it's just because it's like it's the official kickoff.
Yeah.
You know that it's holiday time when it's Thanksgiving dinner.
So not trick or treating. That is
Yeah.
not kickoff time.
No.
Okay. All right. What's did any of you travel anywhere for Thanksgiving?
I won't be this year. I think we'll be in Conway for most of it.
Yeah. Now, where might you travel otherwise?
I used to have some family that lived in Mountain Home. So,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
we
So
take
just
that
up the
trip.
road a little
Yeah,
bit. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. How about you? Do you do any traveling during the holidays?
Not out of state, but
No.
there's a few different events that I go to.
Just locally,
family.
then.
Yeah, just family. Up in
Okay.
Clinton area, and then
Clinton area.
Yep.
Yeah, that's growing, isn't it?
there's a lot going on up there, man.
I kid.
Well, I'll go down to my brother's property outside of Malvern.
Oh, outside of Malvern, the
Yeah,
big
he's-
trip to Malvern.
Well, he's got like a 160-acre mountaintop,
Yeah.
so all the family goes there, and
Yeah.
we do the same thing for Christmas. And
If you got 160 acres in Malvern, you practically own Malvern.
What about you? You traveling anywhere?
No, man, I don't. Everybody, for the most part's here, but I may at Christmas. My brother and my mom moved up to the Rogers area,
Mhm.
so I might go up there for Christmas and check it out, see what's
Nice.
going on up there. I like going up there and seeing how much it's grown.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty wild when you look at it, just how far that's come over the past 20
it's one of the
years.
fastest growing areas in the South.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Walmart requires all of their any business with Walmart, they've got to have an office up there.
hmm
So it just really
Oh, okay. So in other words, if you're doing business with
Yeah.
Walmart, if you're a vendor, if you have product in the store, whatever it may be, you have to have an office.
within so many miles of Walmart's headquarters.
Really?
Huh.
I didn't know that. So it forces them to do business locally.
Absolutely.
That's wild. That's a pretty interesting thing. Yeah.
I mean, hey.
Well, you always hear how they run out local business, right?
Right.
When they that's what they used to say.
Right.
You bring in Walmart to run all the mom and pops off.
Well, and you
Do
must
you
see some
miss them,
snow.
by the way? Do you miss the mom and pops?
Yeah.
Do you think about them every day? You miss Fred's, do you? Anyway, go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say you must see some snow up there because it actually snows in Northwest Arkansas. Like,
Yeah, no, I lived in Harrison for a couple of years. I didn't like it, but I did, and it snowed there a lot. It was very pretty there.
Yeah.
Very pretty. Yeah.
I was
Dude,
born
you
and
know what
raised
I
in
miss?
Michigan. I'm good on never seeing snow again for as long as I live.
Yeah, I would be too. What now?
You know what I miss as far as Walmart? 24 hours.
Yeah.
After
need to bring
COVID,
that
they
back.
just never brought that back. It's like, man,
No, they saw an opportunity to
yeah. They did the
save
numbers.
money.
Yeah,
they did the numbers.
And we're
They
like,
did the
oh,
numbers.
dude.
But yes, I'm the same way because man, there was nothing better than to do my grocery shopping about 2 a.m.
Yes.
Right.
when nobody's there.
Yes.
You can go through the aisles. You didn't have any problem, but again, they were staying open for me.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
Yeah,
nobody else
literally.
is really there except the
Yep.
people stocking.
I finally realized the other day I hit that age with the self checkouts that I actually looked to the cashier and was like, "We used to pay you to do this for us."
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it was a mess the
Oh.
other day. I went grocery shopping at a store and the automatic checkout thing, like I was scanning the items. And then in the middle of it, it tells me that I have too many items on the belt. I need to go bag up my stuff before they'll let me ring up.
Oh, really?
And I was like, what is this? Where did this step come into play at?
Wow. Yeah. Have you seen the self checkouts at the Circle K yet?
yes.
No.
Yeah, man, that's a trip.
At the
The
gas
Circle
station?
K?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First one you walk up to, the teller looks at you like you're an idiot because you're like, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're standing right there.
Right.
Why am I
You
checking
can't
myself
push
out?
the button.
You have nothing else to do.
Before I quit smoking, I went to a Circle K and they had the self checkout, you know, and so I walked in and I'm looking for. There's nobody working the counter. I'm looking, you know. I guess maybe they're in the walk-in, maybe they're taking a dump. I don't know what's going on, but I assume they're like, well, you got self checkout, work it out. So I was like, well, okay.
Okay.
So I put my coffee on the thing because it's got a little like a weight thing
Oh,
and a
right.
little
The
scan thing,
scale.
right?
Yeah.
And you just put your stuff on there. So I put the coffee and the snack on there, and I'm like, well, I guess I'll just go around and grab my own pack, you know, and I put it on there. It rang up.
Oh, no kidding.
It rang up. It did not ring up for the price I thought it should have. It rung up a lot cheaper, and I did not correct that.
That's why I will not complain about the self checkout because I just have a little tax I like to put on them
Yeah.
every time.
No,
so I won't complain.
You're the
about it.
taxer, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. It's you. You're the one that caused them to start getting rid of those, huh?
Yeah, that's just a fee for my services.
Well, apparently, you know, that was a big problem for them is that when they started having everybody check their own stuff out, everybody started taxing them,
Yeah.
you know, as you say, and started taking an extra item or two going, well, you know, and they were losing their ass
Yeah.
over it,
Yeah.
you know, which is, I mean, I guess that's just human nature. But I was a little surprised, and I don't know why, that people were that it was that much.
Right.
Because you know they're stolen from all the time anyway. I mean, loss is the biggest, theft is the biggest cost in retail.
Right.
By far and away, you know. And so for that to jump that much just because you're doing self-checkout, I was like, wow.
Right.
They're going
Everybody's
to bring back people.
Yeah, right.
They're going to give them a job
how
and
much.
benefits
Yeah.
and put up with their shit.
Probably be cheaper.
Oh,
And somehow it's cheaper.
Yeah, that's what I was
right.
going to say. It'd be
It was
That's how
cheaper
much
than the
people are
loss.
taking.
Have you seen the videos of where they actually weigh the meat versus what's on the label, where it says you're getting like 1.5 pounds of chicken, and they actually weigh it, and it's like 0.12 pounds.
No.
Oh, really?
I haven't. Are you seriously?
Yeah, there's a
So
a
they
wealth
inflate-
of videos online.
They inflate the weight of the meat.
It's like a
I
foot
haven't
long.
taken a scale to a grocery store, but the videos.
I mean,
are
it is.
compelling.
If I'm being honest, and if you stop and think about it, I mean, probably most butchers, I'm guessing, are guys, right? Would you agree with that?
Yeah,
Probably
yeah,
most
sure.
butchers are guys,
I mean,
right?
it's 2024. I
Okay.
don't know.
Well, I'm just saying
Yeah.
most are probably guys, and we've been trained from a young age to lie about meat size. So I mean, it may just be habit, bro. I don't know. I'm just saying, I don't know. No, that's I did not know that. I've never. That's something that's been in the news or been on viral videos.
It's
What?
been viral videos. Maybe it's just bullcrap videos I've seen, but
Well, a lot of videos are
I've seen
crap,
several.
but It is interesting when you see things like that. And I have learned things that were actually real on TikTok and went, wow, that's crazy.
And I wonder if it's the styrofoam plus that wet
Oh, right.
feel underneath it that's
Yeah.
added to the
We
wet.
call
Yeah.
that baggy
Right.
weight. Baggy
Bag
weight
weight.
is what we used to
Bag
call that.
weight? Yeah, bag weight. I know what bag weight
Yeah,
is.
it's like a misspent youth.
Yeah, you got to get your scales right. Make sure you don't have the bag weight in there. Yeah, otherwise you rip yourself off, right?
Oh,
Robbie, Robbie on Facebook says the only time he does self checkouts is when he sees himself in a mirror.
Oh, is that
Yeah,
right?
nice.
Well, good for you, Robbie. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, that's great. That's great. This the little doggy said I saw a deer once whose head looked like the name of a death metal band. It was almost as big as a horse. Wow. Yeah, that's big. That's a damn big animal, man. I tell you, speaking of that, I was watching a video online in Canada, and one of those meese, the moose.
A meese.
The meese.
Is that
The
the
meese.
plural?
Is that the plural? Yeah.
The meese.
The
Yeah,
meat.
one of the meese came up to a car, and I was like, "Holy son of a bitch, they're big, man."
dude, they're huge.
I mean, like the
They
legs,
are huge.
the bottom of their body was over the top of the car. I mean, the legs were taller than the car.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if I saw that, looks like something out of Jurassic Park,
They're like Clydesdales.
huh?
They're like Clydesdales.
Yeah,
Huge.
man, massive animals, and I don't think they like you playing with them.
No.
No, you up in Montana, you probably see all kinds of stuff, right?
I saw a ton of moose. There's a mom and a couple of babies that hang out right there in town. So everybody's got to be extra aware of where they're at.
Yeah, but you don't just walk up and try to catch a selfie
No,
with
no,
it, do
no,
you?
no. I mean, some tourists might. We definitely have to yell at tourists all the time.
Do you?
To, leave
Do you
it
tell
in.
them to do that? Do people yell at them?
Oh yeah, for sure, for
Well,
sure.
they'll trample you, won't they?
Yeah, they'll stomp you to death.
Why do they yell at them? Why don't they just let them get stomped to death?
Yeah.
I mean,
maybe they should. Maybe
Darwinism
they should.
works.
Right.
They'll probably
Darwin
kill
did.
the mom moose and the fawns or whatever.
Oh yeah, so we want to save the animal. You're right. No,
Because
that's
of an
right.
idiot.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. But you always see it online. These dumbasses trying to take selfies, getting out of the car with bears or elks or.
Or the bison.
Bison.
Oh yeah, bison.
Yeah.
Like, do you know how big that thing
They're
is?
huge.
Oh
They're
my
huge.
God, are you
Yeah, they
kidding?
will
It's
kill
got
you.
horns.
kill
It's
you.
big.
Yeah.
It's not happy to see you. It's not your friend.
Y'all ever gone to one of those like drive-through safari things, where the animals come right up to your car?
No,
I
but
gotta be honest. I haven't, and those things terrify me.
Yeah,
Like
me
you
too,
roll
but-
down the window and have to feed something. Like it's usually like a big pissed off bird.
Right.
It's like
Or-
taking shit out of your hand.
Yeah,
It's
you
like, I
see
don't want nothing.
all the
about it.
kids, they open it and the camels stick their head in and
Yeah.
start eating
No,
or
no,
whatever.
no.
But I don't want any animal sticking its head in my car.
There was one I saw yesterday of a video on Facebook of somebody going through one of those, and an elephant comes right up to the car and just sits down right on the hood, just crushes it completely.
Wow.
Tell that to your insurance.
No,
Right?
Right.
the craziest one I saw was the lady who, and she was stupid. I mean, and again, Darwin does what Darwin does. But if you're at a drive-through safari and you're in the area where the lions are, probably don't get out of the car.
Yeah,
Probably don't. But they decided to run a Chinese fire drill. Where you change the driver and the passenger, right? And where she got out of the car, she didn't make it 5 feet, and the lion whoop and took her off.
Oh no!
I thought her and her husband were fighting, and she got out of the car.
Maybe that's what it was.
Yeah,
Maybe
the
it was.
lion-
Maybe that was.
Yeah, lion let
Yeah.
her up.
Yeah. You let me out of this car, okay?
The lion said, "I got you.
Yeah.
Let me take care of it."
Yeah. I wonder if you're able to claim easily life insurance in that situation, man. You don't really. You may not have a body to produce, and maybe.
Right.
I don't know. We're gonna have to wait till this lion poops and put it in a baggie.
Oh.
Be sure the weight matches up.
Yeah, well, yeah, sure the weight.
At least it was a lion and not a bear. They say the bear will eat you while you're alive. At least that cat will kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. They don't like to play with their food, do they? No,
They do after it's dead.
yeah, but the bear, you say it'll eat
That
you
bear will
alive.
just hold you down and start biting chunks off of you.
That sounds bad.
That sounds rough. That's a rough way to
Yeah,
die.
that's,
Sorry.
that doesn't sound good. Yeah, no, I remember. We remember the Grizzly Man, the guy who lived with
Yeah.
the Grizzlies for
Oh,
like
yeah.
several years, and then
But they ended
They
up
ate
eating
him.
him.
oh yeah, now they ate him.
That's how all those stories end up.
He's like, I'm peaceful. We're friends.
Yeah, no, you're not. No, you are until
Until you're not.
they're a bear, and they're like, yeah, nah, I'm gonna eat you. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, it's just how they are, and they're wild.
Ways to
animals.
die.
Finally smell ripe enough for them to eat.
Right.
Right. All right, let's do something here. Listen to this. Did you know that Arkansas child custody laws changed in 2021? There's now a rebuttable presumption that joint custody is in the best interest of your child. Look, if you're dealing with divorce, child custody, something like that, there's three things you need from your attorney. You need him to be experienced, you need him to be aggressive, and you need him to be effective. And that is exactly what you get at Robertson, Oswald, and Noni. These guys know what they're doing. Bonnie has been my personal attorney for many years, and she is amazing, as are the other two. If you've got those kind of issues, don't take a second choice attorney. Go to the best and let them get it done for you. You can call them at 496-6633. That's 496-6633, or go to robertson-law-firm.com. You know what? As a real estate agent, putting you with the right mortgage person is critical. One of my favorites to work with is Josh Taylor at AMC Mortgage, and I'll tell you why. A lot of guys out there are stiff. They treat you like a number. Josh treats you like a friend. He's going to work through with you on everything you need. Look, he just got a pair of my clients into a home with $500 total. Yeah, paid the closing and the down payment costs all covered in there. I'm not saying that's what you're going to get, but I'm saying that's how good he is. Check him out. Give him a call, 351-2579. It's Josh Taylor at AMC Mortgage. If you're looking for a local mortgage guy, that's one that I recommend. All right. That's you, buddy.
No, that is me.
That is you. That's the one I recommend right there, man. Tell people who maybe, have never bought a home, what some of the programs out there that might be available to them, first-time buyers.
ADFA has some products that's Arkansas bond stuff, and Arkansas helps fund that. But at the end of the day, all of your mortgage companies are going to have really similar products. Now, my company, we do for veterans, we charge $1,000 administrative fee. For veterans, we waive that $1,000 and we waive their appraisal fee. First responders, we give them a $500 credit to kind of knock down
some of the cost.
Half. But at the end of the day, you're buying from a person. We're people helping people.
Yeah.
And so most of your mortgage companies and banks are going to have really similar products, but it's about the person that's helping you walk through it.
Yeah, and I tell you what, you're pretty, chill. You're pretty laid back. You talk to a lot of mortgage people, and they seem like they're just, everybody's a number.
Well, and I don't do I don't have a PDF saved on my computer where I send somebody a template. It's on a case-by-case basis when you ask for documents or whatever. But everybody's different. Or the needs are different. I mean, it's not a one-size-fits-all.
Yeah. What if somebody says, hey, I don't even know if I've got the right kind of credit to get financed? What do you say to people like that?
Whenever I'm talking to someone on that initial conversation, it's if they don't know what their credit score is, I'll have them download an app, or they can go and get their free credit report from one of the agencies. But an app will typically tell you you're like CreditWise, Credit Karma, Credit Sesame. They'll tell you your FICO, and so I have them download that first, because if I do a hard pull, it's 15 points. And so this way they can do that, not affect their credit. And then they tell me it's, kind of in margin to make it work. Then we'll go ahead and really put it together. But I don't want to just have a random, let me pull your credit and see what it is, unless it's the last resort.
Okay. All right. Good answer. Well, Josh Taylor, if you need him, Josh, how do they get a hold of you? What's the easiest way?
I would say probably call me. My cell phone's 501-351-2579, and that's on my hip at all times.
All right.
Nice. Like you referred somebody to me last weekend, and I was literally in the National Forest deer hunting, and I was like, hey, I can't talk, but I can text. And I'll talk Monday.
No, that's great. So if you need a mortgage guy, maybe give Josh an opportunity. All right, let's do this.
This is the segment. Not like the other.
I mentioned yesterday a Christmas album coming.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Hey, it's not a copy or a clone of any previous bit. But if you think so, hey, we don't give a shit. Yeah. Wackadoos in the news.
Yeah. Fresh on the heels of my Grammy nomination, I'm going to do a Christmas album too. So most people enjoy a nice adult beverage from time to time, but there is an age where maybe you should consider giving up alcohol for good, at least according to these scientists. The complete Guide to Memory, the science of strengthening your mind. It's Dr. Richard Restak identifies alcohol as a very, very weak neurotoxin, not good for nerve cells. He said from the age of 65, bodies have less neurons than before. He said that's the time when people should significantly decrease their alcohol consumption with the goal of eliminating it by the time they hit 70. So about 65, start tapering it down and be done by 70, and you'll be all right, I guess, according to them.
Are you trying to live another 40 years? After
Right.
40?
Right.
Like,
That's a good point, man. I mean, honestly, how long do you want to live?
I'd say 75, 80. I'm good with that. Most of a century.
Yeah, get me to 85, 90. I'm probably all right. Anything longer, I'm going to be bored.
Yeah. Maybe have a bunch of STDs. You never know.
No, you never know. We did learn that earlier, didn't we? There are tons of people with tons of theories on what or who will lead to the end of the world. For some, it might be a dictator. For others, climate. Not Johnny Turnip. Oh, no. For Johnny Turnip, it's leprechauns. He calls them the real enemy. Turnip says leprechauns have been using world leaders and royalty as puppets for their own diabolical schemes for generations. He said he sees their grubby little sausage fingers all over the U.S. election. He said these gold-hungry, shamrock-obsessed, stovepipe-wearing, alcoholic little pygmies are a big problem. And I guess consider yourself warned. This guy really thinks that the leprechaun apocalypse is coming.
Oh,
This is a real person.
This is a real person, man.
And he put this online.
He did.
Put the bowl down. It's okay.
No, he's way past the bowl. He's into something that grows under cow patties. I promise you that.
Or he's
Yeah.
been up for a week.
Yeah, maybe so. That's right. In Russia, a prankster wanted to show teachers how deeply they'd fallen into the government's propaganda machine. To do so, the activist trickster Vladislav Bokan was able to convince teachers that it was in their best interest to wear tinfoil hats in the classroom to protect them and the students from radiation from NATO satellites. The teachers did it. They were told they were to take part in a large-scale patriotic event for which the tinfoil hats were a must to protect their minds from transmission of Western ideas. Wow, that's special right there. That's a pretty good prank. That's some Borat level stuff right there, isn't it?
Drinking the Kool-Aid.
Yeah, no doubt. Bob is a koi fish that appears to have a human-like face, thanks to black markings on his head that resemble human eyes, a nose, and a mouth. Malcolm Pawson, he bought Bob 3 years ago as a typical koi. He was white and orange. He noticed unusual markings develop over time due to whatever the reasons are. He said, my friends and family love him. My daughter's friends always come and ask to feed him. Even passerby stopped to look when his gates opened. He's gained popularity on TikTok where they comment on his eerie resemblance to a human face. Bob's a weird-looking ass fish, I'll tell you that. Have you ever seen that one fish that looks like a dog, literally?
Oh, yeah.
It's
The
crazy.
dog face, yeah.
Yeah, like if it's swimming to you, it literally looks like it's a beagle
Yeah.
swimming under the water, and then it turns and it's a damn fish, and you're like, what? That is crazy, man. Let's see. Oh, no, we can't do that one. That's for later. All right, a Vermont man, James Denman, cited for reckless endangerment, disorderly conduct. He scattered hundreds of nails and screws across roads and parking areas Wednesday. Police were alerted by construction workers who saw him tossing the nails. Officers later found him in the driveway of the Bradford Town office where he was, guess what, throwing screws under a parked police cruiser. Yeah, following his arrest, police and transportation workers cleared thousands of nails from the road, but warned that some still may remain. I mean, what an ass
What an
wife.
asshole.
I mean, how many people are you going to get with that, man?
I just had a nail in my tire last week. It was probably this asshole.
Yeah, probably that jerk off right there. Thanks a lot, dickweed.
Oh.
On Friday, a passenger on a Korean air flight, KE 658 from Bangkok to Seoul, tried to open the emergency exit mid-flight. He prompted crew members to intervene. About an hour in, the man who had taken a crew jump seat near the emergency exit became aggressive. And when he was asked to return to his seat, he eventually tried to turn the handle of the emergency door. His attempts to open it, it didn't quite work, and then crew members tagged his ass with a couple good shots to the head and got him away from the door.
Sounds like maybe he needed one of those emotional support llamas with him or something.
No, nobody needs an emotional support llama.
Look, why do you see in the headlines over the past couple of years people trying to open the emergency
Yeah,
door
that's
on
what
planes?
every time.
Like,
Well,
now every time I fly, I look at the dude sitting there. Like, is this guy crazy? Like,
all right, so let's play this out a little bit there, big time, John McClane. So you're on the plane, right? And there you are sitting there, and you look over at this guy you were checking out, and he's getting ready to try to open that door. What are you going to do?
oh man, I guess try to physically intervene. I mean,
Would
I
you?
don't know. Yeah,
You're not
for
just
sure.
going to stay in your seat?
I don't know. I'm not gonna hit the button and wait for the lady to
Ding.
come. Yeah, I'm not gonna wait on her.
No.
No.
What about you, man? You going to do anything, or are you just going to sit there? You going to put your seatbelt on and go, no, I'll ride it out?
I'm sure I'm not gonna just sit there and watch some clown try to kill me. In my
No.
yeah.
Oh, okay,
I'll
that's
try to
fair.
get my arm around his neck, and hopefully I can.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
you go.
Maybe I have somebody around me that wants to help.
Right.
Yeah, maybe,
Right.
yeah,
Oh.
yeah, a
Or
couple
they might all
Karens.
just watch and be scared to death,
Right.
and then be mad at me because I intervened.
Yeah. You probably get sued because you hurt his neck.
Right.
At least I'd be alive.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
Yeah,
ocean.
that's why you got to kill him. Make sure you kill him. Yeah. All right. Let's go on to this then. This is Mattel's finally apologizing for what everybody already knew. They said, "Hey, yeah, we messed up. Their merchandise turned into a nightmare." We talked about it early on yesterday, I think. But a web address listed on the packaging for their doll. For the the Broadway movie Wicked, or Broadway show.
Oh, yeah.
Now it's a movie. So Mattel has made like a Barbie style
I got you.
doll. Well, they messed up on their website. They put wicked.com on the back, and wicked.com goes to somewhere else.
Yeah, I imagine.
Yeah, that was a big mistake. They're saying they're sorry about that. Of course, I'm not sure who other than adults who figured it out were going to that site.
Right.
The kids probably never even read the back of the damn box, you know?
Who's reading the back?
Yeah. Here's a library book that was overdue a little bit. A library book published in 1899 and 51 years overdue has been returned. The early work of Aubrey Beardsley was checked out at the Worcester Library in Massachusetts back in 1973. The library said the book was found somewhere in Boston, returned to the library before they got it. They said, yeah, it's finally home 51 years later. A rarity that somebody found this. Yeah, and I'm sure somebody's eager to check it out and read it.
Right.
Yeah, nobody missed it in 51 years. They didn't even know it was gone.
Right.
All right.
You thought the late fee on a late red box was.
Yeah, no doubt, right? No doubt. Okay, experts are a little bit baffled, and sometimes this happens, that animals get a little turned around. But a penguin has been discovered thousands of miles away from its home in Antarctica. The adult male named Gus found November 1st on a popular beach in Denmark. The town of Denmark, southwest Australia. So 2,200 miles from the icy waters of the Antarctic coast where he hails from. The people there said the scientists have no idea how this penguin ended up there. So I think they're going to, rehabilitators going to take him back, to where he came from.
Isn't Australia surrounded by great white sharks?
Yeah.
And so, which are predators of penguins?
Yeah. The fact that he even made it there is kind of amazing, isn't it? He must have been real stealthy.
Or
I was gonna say he just
Yeah,
had
real
a
fast.
crazy. He just had a crazy night.
Yeah.
Woke
Yeah.
up in Australia.
Yeah, it was like a hangover, the hangover type movie for this penguin. Yeah, like, how the hell did I end up here, man? A Chinese retail chain has made headlines. It replaced traditional mannequins in their store windows with real women walking on treadmills, showcasing the clothing they're wearing. If we did that here.
Yeah.
The use of women walking on treadmills intended to display how clothes move and fit on a real body in motion, providing a more realistic view of the garments. Video of the same has surfaced online, featuring models dressed in the latest fashion, strutting like mannequins on a moving runway outside the store. If you put ladies on a treadmill here, something's going wrong. I promise you that.
I mean, not to mention that China is like in year 2070 compared technologically wise. So
Well, they are that.
they've got like so much crazy stuff. Up.
And but they're very, very, very serious about weight there.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they're damn serious about weight. Yeah, the government will come at you if you start getting fat in
They
China.
got like restrictions on
Yeah,
it.
they know you have a social credit score there.
Wow.
And
Do you really?
Yes. Yeah, no, you have a
Wasn't that an episode on like a Netflix show or something like Black Mirror or something?
Yeah,
where you,
it was, but but that's
That's a
based
real
in
thing.
reality.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that.
No, it's a real thing. As a matter of fact, if your social credit score drops, you can't travel.
Wow.
You can't fly. You can't take trains. You can't do anything.
I mean, I guess if it gets low enough, what do they just put you in jail if you have like a 0 or
a
They
work
kick you
camp.
out the country.
yeah?
I don't
Just
know.
Limit what you're
I
able
don't
to
know.
do. Yeah.
I mean, it's China. I mean, I'm not sure
Right.
what they do. They
Right.
could kill you, but I don't know. I'm not really
Sorry,
sure.
you don't have enough social score.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah, no, they're serious. business.
Sunday.
Yeah, the social credit score is as big or bigger than the regular credit
Then
score.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you got to behave a certain way in China.
Well,
Man.
I'll just hang out comfortably in the good old 2024 USA.
Yeah, no, it's
Where
fine.
if you're a loser, just everybody laughs at you.
Yeah, we just laugh and point.
I'm curious about the women walking those treadmills. Were they wearing like designer high heel shoes when they're on a treadmill for hours on end?
Oh,
I don't
got a
know.
foot injury right now is why I'm thinking about walking. Like
Yeah, no, I don't know. That would be tough
I'm
though.
not obsessed with shoes or anything. I'm just curious.
No, you probably are.
Yeah.
You probably got a little got a little OnlyFans foot thing going there. A teacher has shared the cringiest kids' names she's seen on her class register, and people can't believe they're real. She says it sometimes makes parents' evening a challenge, as she no longer respects the views and opinions after seeing what they name their kids. That's weirdly written, but still. She said, I had a boy named Elohim, which is Hebrew for God. His brother, Adonai, which is also Hebrew for God. Well, that's not even
I was
weird.
gonna say, what's wrong with that?
That's not even a weird name, to be honest with you. She said, I had a girl whose first name was Rice, and her middle name was Aroni. That's pretty funny. I'm going to be honest. If that's real,
that was a set of parents with
now
some
that's,
humor there.
that's
Yeah.
a set of parents right there. Aroni, really?
You are gonna have a good, fun-filled laughter of life.
Yeah.
Yeah, rice aroni.
She shared another name that made her do a double take. Said, I know this woman. She's in her early 20s, 22, 23. Her name is Ball Gown. I'm not joking. Her parents named her Ball Gown. She hates her name.
Oh, man.
Yeah, Ball Gown. Wow.
They
I mean,
call
you're
it
not.
ball or gown.
That's what I was gonna say. I wouldn't want to go by either one of those. Maybe BG. Yeah, BG.
I had injured my hand and I was waiting in hospital triage one time, and somebody came in behind me, and her name was Ladasha, and the lady went to spell it on the paper. She said, "No, it's L-A
Dash.
dash
Hey,
Ladasha."
Ladasha. That's a
the
great way to
quirkiest one
spell
I've
it.
ever seen.
Yeah, that's a great way to spell it, though. I mean, I appreciate symbols and things
Yeah,
like that.
sure.
I'd like to have more symbols in names. Makes it a little easier.
Some wingbats and
Wingdings. Yeah, I
Wingdings.
think Elon Musk, latest kid, is all symbols. His name.
That blows my mind. Like, what do you call your kid when you're talking to him?
I don't know. X. I think he calls him X.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This old realtor that when I worked at Coldwell Banker years ago, we went and had lunch, and she was like, and this was an older lady that was been a realtor for 40 years at the time, and she said that she had just met a young lady, and her name was Shathid.
Shathid. Yeah.
She was writing the
Shathid.
contract out, and she said, "Honey, how do you spell your name?" And she's like, "Josh, it was spelled just like you."
Yeah, no, just like you think. Yeah, no, absolutely. The best one that I ever heard in real life, and for a while I worked at a car dealership in Benton in the early 90s, mid 90s, named Kurt Zorn. And we used to, I was a salesperson there. And after this guy came in, we would page him for a year, probably. We would just page because the name was so crazy. And finally, Kurt, the owner, said, please stop paging this guy. But his name was Shafungus Dickens
No way.
Junior.
Oh my.
Junior.
they didn't realize
Oh
it the
my
first time
gosh.
around.
Shafungus was his name.
Fungus.
His dad might as well have named him Sue.
Yeah, no, it was.
They gave him a hard
It was
time.
one of the. Why do you think we paged him all the time? We'd be like, Shafungus Dickens to the lobby. Shafungus Dickens. People just stop and look. We're like,
What the hell are
going on
Who
around?
this person is?
Yeah, no, it was great. He finally said, "Please stop paging Shafungus. Please stop. I'm going to fire you."
Oh,
I'm like, all right. It was funny though for a long time.
Shafungus, wow.
Yeah, I know, man. Can you imagine that? Shafungus?
And I thought my middle name was bad.
Yeah, no, I was bored with John, but at least I didn't get Shafungus,
Right.
man. I mean,
Well, now I'm interested, Rich. What's your middle name?
Oh, no.
He said I can
No,
help.
it's not that bad. It's just
Mildred.
weird. Yeah.
Mildred.
Madison Hawk.
Madison Hawk.
Yeah.
Is that really?
Madison Hawk. That's really Madison.
Is it one word?
No, it's hyphenated.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's kind of Indian.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like it.
It sounds
And
like a
no
stage
Indian
name.
at all.
Yeah, but it's still dope. Sounds Indian. Sounds
Yeah.
cool.
Well, you're the
That's really it.
Yeah, I'll
Madison
show you my
Hawk.
license right now.
Dude, that's dope as hell. I wish I had a dope ass name like that. Madison Hawk.
That's a good stage name.
I just, man, what
Well,
a
this
great
just has
stage name.
M on it, but yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Madison Hawk. Yeah, that is my middle name.
Wow, that's awesome.
Nice.
That's a cool name.
Well, thank you.
I don't know why
I
you would
appreciate
not
it.
like that. I would love
After
that.
38 years, it finally is cool.
Yeah.
Only had to come on Patrick and the people to make it happen.
Well, see what happens when you get on here. Things
Right.
get cooler, don't they? Oh, yeah. No, I've met people who didn't like their middle name and didn't want to say it, and then I spend my time trying to find out what it is, so I can call them by that exclusively.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what that is. Don't ever say that to me because I'm gonna find out and I'll never stop saying it. I called a guy Elvis for 2 years till he finally said, "I will kill you if you do it one more time."
Fungus.
It was his middle name was Elvis.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, man, that is something right there. All right, let's do something else. Speaking of something.
Manners for men.
When walking with a lady,
After you.
always walk between her and the street for safety. And the reflection off the store windows will enable you to see her butt.
Oh, they're having a sale.
This has been Manners for Men. Fist bump. Dick punch.
All right. Hey, listen, if you are in need of heat and air service, man, listen, it's about to happen. It's about to get real cold here, and it won't be long. And the worst thing that happens, your heat go out. You know how that is. Look, call Cabot Mechanical. These guys are amazing. David Lindsay over there helped me out. I had 2 quotes. The first one told me I needed to replace my unit altogether. And then David came and said, man, for about 175, 80 bucks, we can fix this. And from that point, I've always used him, and I recommend him highly. Man, they'll come out, they'll give you a free estimate. He can take servicing if you just want to have it serviced. And you'd be amazed. A lot of people don't realize this, but if once a year, at least every 2 years, but once a year, you just have your air conditioning unit serviced, you'll probably extend the life by, 5 to 10 years.
Yeah, it makes a huge difference.
It makes a massive difference in how it performs, how it cools, how it heats, all of that stuff. So if you do that, you'll extend the life of it dramatically. You agree?
Yeah. I work on a lot of AC units doing electrical. And you'll see too, some of these big companies, your AC unit might just need service, but like
Yeah.
you said, they're going to try to talk you into a whole new unit.
Well, of course they will.
You know,
Yeah,
of
they're going to
course.
tell you, well, it's it's 13 years old, so
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
lifespan. But listen, I just saw. I've got a house right now. As a matter of fact, this home is in the Heights, Hillcrest area, and it's a home that I've got for sale. And the air conditioning unit's a little older in it, and it's the biggest air conditioning unit maybe I've ever seen. But the inspector, when he came in, he goes, because they temp, an inspector, when they come in to do a home inspection, they go to each vent and they temp it. Okay. They have a thing that measures the temperature so they can determine, is it putting out the right cool temperature in each vent? Because that way, if you have a bad duct or something like that, they know, right? He said, I've never temped one that went this low.
Yeah.
He said, this is down to 29 degrees.
Wow.
It's like a beer.
Right,
Okay.
right.
That's like a good cold beer right there, man. So, they'll last a very long time if you take care of them. So, reach out, cabotmechanical.com. You can also just give them a call, 502-2720. It's 502-2720. And, have them tell David that we sent you here from Patrick and the people. And he'll take very, very good care of you, man. What's speaking of winter, what's the hardest winter experience that you ever had, Rich?
Well, I mean, every winter where I'm from was the hardest experience
Oh, yeah,
ever.
up in
But
Michigan.
yeah, Michigan. No,
No, you guys are used to it up there, so
well,
it's
yeah.
not the same.
The worst experience was honestly up in Michigan. I was a meter reader for the electric company.
Oh, wow.
And I'd gone to sleep one night. There was grass on the ground. Woke up the next morning. We had like 12 inches of snow and ice.
Yeah.
And went to work. They ended up canceling school for the day. And I was reading this guy's meters. Kids were playing in the backyard. So I just went up to make myself known, presence.
Yeah.
Hey, knock, knock, knock. I'm the meter reader. Just grabbing your digits and whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go to turn and walk off his porch. Hit a patch of ice, flew up, lower back, all 3 cement steps going down into a bank of
Oh,
snow. Ended
no.
up having to get carted by, I couldn't move. I had to
Oh, really?
go by ambulance to the
Oh,
hospital.
damn,
They
that
said
is, that's rough.
They said I sprained my back and just about snapped it. And yeah,
Really?
I was laid up.
So I
for a
bet
good
that
couple
hurt,
months.
man,
Oh,
spraining
dude,
your back.
It was rough.
Yeah.
It was rough.
Wow, that's pretty wild. I've never, I didn't even know you could sprain your back.
I didn't either until 3 cement steps apparently is the trick if you want to give it a try.
Yeah, well, that's the way to do it. All right, how about you, man? I mean, you've been up in Montana now.
Yeah, I've never stayed past the end of October.
Because
But
you're smart.
Yeah, everybody gets out of there for winter. But even October, that's really the start of their winter time.
Is that right?
Yeah, they start getting snow end of September, beginning of October.
Wow.
And they
most everybody leaves.
Yeah. The town we stay in up there goes from a population of 200 in the summertime to about 20 people in the wintertime.
Wow.
Yeah, everybody gets out of there. It's super rural, and it just the difference in here and there is crazy. It'll snow 2.5 feet overnight. It's like, well, is anything canceled? Like, no, everybody's still going to work. Everybody's still doing their thing. Like, man, if we know it's going to snow half an inch 2 weeks,
No,
from
you're
now,
you
guys
cool.
freaking out.
No,
Yeah.
man, it's and they have to because the drivers here just they can't deal with
Well,
it.
what do we have? One plow in the whole state?
Well, probably, but then the people that drive on it, they're all most of them don't know what they're doing. They do the wrong thing. These guys in these big trucks think, oh, I got 4-wheel drive. Yeah, 4-wheel spin on the ice like 2.
Yep.
I mean, it's really not better, and you just look like an ass clown, and you intimidate everyone when you're riding around with your giant ass tires trying to blast down the snowy road. We freak out here. I mean, for sure.
Oh yeah.
The worst for me, I think, was the ice storm that we had. We were without power for about 10 days, and it was pretty damn brutal.
What year was
late
that?
90s?
Yeah, it was 99, 2000, yeah.
Yeah, I was a kid then. I remember that, though. I remember.
Man, it was so surreal. It was like something out of a dystopian sci-fi movie, man. Just, I mean, everything in a matter of 24 hours is completely ice, and I mean, tree limbs breaking, trees just falling over. Matter of fact, we had one guy in the neighborhood because it was the ice was so heavy, tree limbs were falling on houses and cars and everything. So this guy, it's Saline County, baby. I mean, we were in Bauxite, and it's kind of neck there. You know what I mean? You slap that thing in the morning, make sure it's red enough to leave the house, or otherwise you get picked on. And this guy had a shotgun, and he would just go around and shoot the limbs.
Oh, get the ice off.
To get to knock them down. And it was fun watching him. I just walked around with him while he shot limbs for probably 2 hours. Like, this is the coolest shit I ever did, I think.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, it was a mess, man. That was a tough one right there.
I remember my first winter down here it was like 2009 when I moved down here from Michigan.
Yeah.
And there was like maybe an inch of snow that we got overnight. And I woke up the next morning, hopped in my car, went to go to the gas station, pick up a pack of smokes. They're closed.
Yeah, nobody's
open. I end up finally going into a Walmart. All the bread and milk is gone. And I was like, is there because I knew nothing. And I was like, is there like a town holiday or something going on? Why is everything closed down? And they're like, oh, it snowed. And I said,
Yeah, no, I think a lot of people from the north feel that way when they get here. But I tell you what, you Yankees don't laugh at. Sorry, man. Is that humidity, baby? Well, I'm gonna tell you what, man. Everybody that, especially if you come like from the west and you come here, man.
Yeah, that is no joke.
Man, they're like, like, what's wrong? It's just water. It's just, people don't realize you probably could breathe underwater if you live here. There's a damn fine chance you might be related to Aquaman if you can survive an Arkansas summer, man, because you walk out, that stuff's thick in the air, man.
Yeah, it's funny because down here, to sleep better, a lot of people use like dehumidifiers.
Yeah.
It's the complete opposite in Montana. Everybody's got a humidifier.
Yeah, because it's all dried out.
Yeah, there's 0% humidity,
Right.
zero moisture in the air. And it's crazy how quick stuff dries out up there. You know, if it
Yeah.
rains here,
That's
that
why
water's going to hang around. for a
Right.
while.
That's why beef jerky was invented.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, it's a different.
How
it's a
are
different
summers
world.
there, though?
Summers are great. I mean, it might get up to 82, 85, but even that is.
Oh, man.
it feels
With
a lot
no
different.
humidity,
Yeah,
it's got to
it
be
feels
super
great.
nice.
Feels great. We love the summers up there.
I bet you do.
Yeah.
I bet you do.
Yeah.
Where's your favorite place you've ever been and seen that you in person that you just looked at and went, oh man, that's amazing just to see.
I would say anytime I go to the Caribbean.
Yeah, the Caribbean. There's a lot of beautiful stuff there
It's
for
like,
sure.
you know, like I've been to St. Thomas, St. Croix, up in
Yeah.
the
Nice.
Islands, Puerto Rico, and it's like, you know, I could teach scuba diving. I could stay down
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
I could
Get a seasonal
afford,
job.
you know,
I'd
whatever.
love to scuba. I've snorkeled, and I love it because, you know, and if you haven't done it, I do recommend, you know, put it on your bucket list of things to do only because the colors
Yeah.
under the ocean are, it's just unlike anything you'll see
Yep.
anywhere else.
It's a whole
And-
different world.
and no matter what you see on TV, no matter how good the video on your television is, it does not
Do it just
properly represent what's under the water when you're down there. Look, it's like the most amazing colors you'll ever see in your life. It's like, wow, I've never even seen in color until I saw under the ocean, and you're like, wow, that is color.
Where did you get to snorkel at?
And well, I've snorkeled a few places, but the best one that I snorkeled was the second largest barrier reef in the world, which is at Maya Rivera, Tulum, Mexico,
Nice.
is where it's at. And it's about a 2-mile swim to go around it, and which is much longer than you think. Yeah, my son, but bless his heart, man, I had to, the last quarter of it, I put him on my back and carried him practically
Yeah.
because he couldn't swim
wore out.
anymore. Yeah, he was just wore out, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the day I nearly Steve Irwin'd myself on that trip.
With the
Yeah,
stingray.
yeah, man, that's exactly right. The damn stingray, because they show you right before you go. They show you all these things that you could encounter, and then they tell you what you do
Right.
if you do. You know, and the one thing they said is, hey, what you don't want to do ever is disturb a stingray by kicking your feet at it or things like that. You know, and so. Hey, look, I'm swimming and I'm kind of behind everybody else. I'm the colors are amazing. So I'm under
you're
there
in it.
looking at it and I'm
Right.
like, this is the dopest thing ever. And they've kind of moved ahead, probably a good, 30, 40 yards. And I pop my head up like, oh, I got to swim, and so I start swimming and I hear them. They're yelling for me, and I think they're just being silly, messing with me or whatever,
Right.
And then I hear Laura. I heard her voice. Stingray. And I'm going to tell you, you want to talk about ass puckering in water. Boy, I'm going to tell you what, I probably sucked in a gallon right there.
Oh.
And sure enough, I see it's ahead of me, probably, 5 feet, but it's super clear. The water's so clear. This thing's as big as the hood of a Ford Explorer. I mean, it's massive.
Wow.
It's the biggest one I've ever seen in my life. I mean, it's massive, man. And I don't know what I thought. I just panicked. And I was like Scooby and Shaggy. I tried to run on top of the water, and
Get
so
the hell out of there.
I'm just all of a sudden I'm running. I'm literally trying to run, and that thing's down there flapping.
Oh, man.
And I'm like, oh, I'm about to die. They're like, swim through. And I finally was like, oh yeah, I got to swim through. Yeah, but that was pretty freaky, man. I wasn't sure what was going to happen there. 'Cause, I mean, Steve Irwin hadn't even died that long before we went. So
Yeah,
it
I
was
feel like
real.
nobody.
fresh.
Yeah.
I feel like nobody was worried about stingrays until that happened.
Yeah.
You know, now you're super
right.
conscious of it.
What
yeah.
was crazier than that is then the next stop that I went on, the next cruise. Well, that wasn't a cruise. I went there. We stayed at a resort. But the next time I went on a cruise, and we went to Mexico. We went to Grand Cayman and
Cozumel.
Jamaica. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a Western Caribbean.
Yeah, and so when we went to the Grand Cayman, it's the opposite. You get out of the boat, and they're all around your feet, and then you pick them up to take a picture with them. I'm
No
like,
kidding.
hold on, you just told me
How
right over
dangerous.
here that
Right.
it'll kill me, and now you want me to hold it up and take a picture and kiss it?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, man. This could be a trap. You know what I mean?
Some friends and I went to Key Calker off the coast of Belize, about a 2.5.
Oh, but that's dope,
Oh, it's
yeah.
beautiful. It's where the Blue Hole is. Where the
Yes.
But so I wound up knowing somebody that knows somebody that goes down there for a month every year, and so I got his connection named Carlos. His wife owned a laundromat on the island, whatever.
Oh yeah, Carlos is
house.
always a good connect to have.
So he was a lobster fisherman, And
Okay.
so I hired him to take us out and dive for rock lobster.
Okay.
And so me and my buddy Nick are like, go to the boat. We see a damn shark, and it's a nurse shark, right? And so
Yeah.
they eat
Well,
crustaceans.
Yeah, and they're
They're
non-threatening.
docile.
Yeah.
So, but still,
It's still a
Yeah,
shark.
it's still a shark in the
legit.
water.
No, it's a shark. It's a
And
shark.
So Nick and I are on the sides of the boat. He goes, "You're going to die for that trap or not?" We're like, "I'll see you on the other side, Nick." And we just drop in. And then we were diving for conch on the other side of the island.
For what?
Conch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like
No, I got you. No, I got you. I got you. I'm just making sure.
calm down.
What?
But so we were diving for that, and so he told me, he said, "Look, it's about 20 foot down, so just drift with the current. When you see a shell, dive down and get it."
Yeah.
He took us to the boneyard. Not a damn one of them was alive. Every single conch had been harvested. But the shell was still there.
Okay.
But so I look up, and the boat's 200 yards away from me, and then they're waving at me to come back to the boat, and then I kind of like get that feeling something's watching me. Right? I turn
Yeah.
around, and there's so stingrays jumping over the reef out of this lagoon that I'm in.
Oh.
And so I just was taking breath, going under the water. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Trying
right.
to not splash. Like, what are
Yeah.
they running from?
Yeah.
right.
I got my ass in that boat as quick.
That's a good idea. You know, that's a great idea right there to get in the boat.
Top
Yeah.
of the food chain to the bottom, real.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I never understood people who jump off cruise ships. I'm like, man,
Yeah,
I mean, your best case scenario is you hit the water and get knocked out and go through the propeller. Your worst case scenario is you land, you're awake, and the shark is too.
Yeah, was it the white tip sharks that follow cruise ships?
Oh man,
and other
everything
sea
follows the
vessels?
cruise ships because they throw stuff out. I mean, it's a game trail, you know. So you're just another piece of turkey being thrown out overboard.
Well, and they don't turn them around either.
Oh, yeah, I never
Oh.
understood
heard
that
of a
because you're.
single person that has jumped off a cruise ship and survived.
Yeah, I don't know many that have. I'll say that very few have survived. I think. Yeah, I remember what was it a few years ago where that one dude jumped off. He thought it would be funny,
Yeah.
and they even had him on video.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you saw the shark coming for him. You know, and it was no small shark. I mean, that was probably
Even if you don't
probably
die,
a 15-foot shark if it was a foot. You know.
even if you don't die, you got to think you're just ruining your vacation. I mean,
Right.
you're gonna get fined, I'm sure. Or,
Oh,
you
no,
know,
there's-
you're gonna have to get rescued. Like,
You're gonna die.
yeah.
That's what you can do. But
Yeah.
yes, you know, there's no scenario where it's a good decision.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Not one. Yeah. No.
There's not one time I've ever been sitting there looking to make a vacation. Going, you know what? I'm gonna pay $3,000 to go on a boat that I can jump off. of."
Yeah.
That sounds like
Well,
a
I mean,
great
you might jump
financial
off a
plan.
boat, you know, in Lake Catherine or
Yeah.
Lake Hamilton,
Yeah,
something
I'm
like
sorry.
that.
Cruise
But
ship, though, no.
but I'm not jumping off a cruise ship or anything or any other kind of ship for that
Not
matter.
a moving hotel.
No.
Yeah,
No.
no.
And you know, everybody's different, and you know what their thrill rides or their things are, you know, because we all have those things where you're like, man, I want to do that so bad.
Oh yeah.
The thing that my wife loves so much, every time we watch these stupid ass videos, and I'm like, man, what's wrong with you? You know, because you know those videos of the ships where they're the big ass ships and they're out in the middle of the worst ocean. You know, these waves are giant and they're just going up and like that. And you're like, oh, no. And
No.
she's like, that's what she wants to do.
Oh.
She wants to do that. And I'm like, you want to die. I'm not doing that for nothing. That's
Yeah.
my worst nightmare. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I got mad watching that one movie. What was it? The one with Mark Wahlberg and George
Oh.
Clooney?
Something storm.
The Perfect
Perfect
Storm?
Storm.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, you guys are idiots. This movie was stupid.
Well, they could have waited, and the fish would have ruined.
Yeah,
right?
they could have
So,
just
but
not
they
went
said, "No,
out.
We can make it.
We're just going to turn around and go back. Nah, let's keep going.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I was like, yeah, you deserve to die. Why are you out here? But that's a crazy, you know, crabbing, they say is one of the most dangerous jobs in the world. That
because of the seas that they're on.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, also you're dealing with giant hook. You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
easy to be snatched off them.
What is it, you know, that the danger of that job? Is it more falling off? Is it getting hurt on the boat? Is it what is the danger
I
there?
think it's sleep deprivation because they sleep 4 hours a night, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
when it's in season, they do.
Oh, I'm in
shifts.
trouble.
But it's, I mean, I think you're just everything's slick with ice, and I mean, I don't think there's a part of it that's safe.
Yeah.
The water on the
So
boat.
it's
and
combination of everything.
Yeah.
Hypothermia when you're
Yeah.
standing on the damn boat. I'm sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of that, Deadliest Catch show. I love it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just looks
You
like
see
a-
that? I mean, it's
Do you
crazy,
see people get injured on that one?
Oh yeah. I mean, most of the time, like the ones that I've seen are, they're trying to throw the cages off or bring them back onto the boat, after they've caught the crab, and
Yeah.
the wind's blowing crazy, the boat's going all around, and all of a sudden that cage, clips somebody in the head or something.
Okay.
knocks 'em out
You
or
ever seen a crab take off someone's finger or anything?
No.
And I mean, they got to be some
I'm
big
sure,
ass
yeah,
crabs
big
and
ones.
lobsters. I
Yeah.
mean,
Well, they
It's
got
gotta
to thick
happen.
gloves too, though, right? Like,
yeah.
Yeah, that's true. They usually do.
Okay.
I don't think they're touching it with their bare hands. I don't know if you can have your bare hands out in that environment. Very long.
Yeah, probably not. I guess.
They've usually got the, gloves and ponchos on and everything.
Yeah, go to moon someone and your butthole freeze up. That'd be bad. Okay.
Okay.
Attention station employees. Because of possible electrical interference, any body piercings must be reported to HR and the porn addicted night DJ. Thank you.
All right. Let's talk about this. It sounds a little sketch to me, but you tell me if it rings true. For a generation that likes expressing their emotion, I didn't write this, I'm only reading it. Gen Z keeps a lot bottled up. A whopping 1 in 3 Gen Z are scared to use the bathroom at the office, according to a study that's been done. The UK-based company surveyed more than 1,000 employees in their workplace habits and calculated the impact of bathroom breaks on company productivity. You're assholes for that, by the way. They found a surprising number of office workers are reticent about pooping at their work at their office. According to the study, 1 in 12 have never done it at work.
Wow.
34% are scared to do it at work. Meanwhile, nearly 1 in 5, 19%, refuse to go at their place of employment. 1 in 4 choose to hold it till they get home. Gen Z, the generation most likely to engage in stalling, marking one of the ways 20-somethings struggle at the workplace. Man, this
The fact
is
that they came up with a name for it. Like,
Yeah.
Stalling.
Stalling.
yeah.
Very
They
doggone.
said there's also gender disparity because, of course, there is. Nearly half of women are scared to poop at work, compared to only 19% of men.
Well,
That's really unhealthy.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, first of all, you're right.
that is true.
You gotta go. You gotta go.
From a medical standpoint, that's true. Yeah. Number 2 is, why would I drop a deuce at home when I could use the office?
And get paid.
Exactly.
Yeah, I want to stink up their bathroom, use up their papers, and I'm trying to save money and plumbing here.
Does anybody clock out before they go to the bathroom?
No.
No.
That's
Matter
company.
of fact,
Come on, that's free time.
If I woke up and had to use, if I woke up and needed to go, I would hold it till I got here.
1,000%.
I would do the opposite. I'll hold it till I get here.
Yep.
Because I don't want my wife walking in. Now I do love to get my. Man, I used to get them all the time. They finally got wise. It took them a few years, unfortunately. But after I would go, I would tell one of the kids, "Hey, I left something on the counter. Will you go get my phone in the bathroom?" And they go in, they come in. Dad. That is funny, but not. I don't want my wife to though, And so, yeah, I don't really. I don't know if that. Do you think that's true that many people are that anxious about going to the bathroom at work like that? Do you think it's true?
I don't know how much it's being scared versus they're afraid of like.
I don't
getting
think
in
they're
trouble
scared
or
like they're going to
retaliation.
die.
No. I mean, getting in trouble at work, losing their job. Like there's
That's taking too long, and
there's-
somebody calling you out for it.
there's one bigger delivery company out there
Mm-hmm.
besides UPS and FedEx I know of that actually times how long their employees go like on break to the bathroom.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you
And if
also
you're-
time everything.
Yeah, I mean they do, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I could understand it in that sense because
I would like that because then I would know what the average time is. My wife says I spend an hour. I think it's 12 minutes.
That's a good
Yeah.
average.
Yeah.
Good average, reasonable.
Yeah. I think it's somewhere around there. But she's like, "You're in there forever," and I'm like, "I'm not really." You were in there half an hour. I was like 13 minutes. I started putting a timer on just to, so I can go here.
Trying to set your records.
I'll be sitting there sharing memes and recipes to my wife from Facebook.
Right.
Oh, I'm gonna make this. I'm gonna make this, and she's like,
Yeah.
"You're on the toilet.
Yeah.
Thinking about food.
Yeah.
I love food. Like, I love
Yeah.
food.
Got to replace what you're losing.
That's
You ever type too long and stuff dry up? You got to wet it again.
Oh, that's when you need the bidet.
Yeah, that's right. I saw one of those in a house I was selling the other day. Man, it looked all fancy and stuff. I was like, man, nobody's here right now but me.
Try it.
Did you try it out?
No, I wanted to. Though. I was like, the worst thing you can do is try something in a house that's for sale and then realize the water's not working. It's a real big problem because when you go there, when I go to show a house, 90% of them have a blue box. Everybody's probably seen it hanging on a door before,
Right.
and it has a Bluetooth thing that my phone activates and opens it up. And so it tells them who comes
They're gonna know
to the house when they come.
Yeah.
So if I leave a shafungus in that commode, they're going to know when the next person comes and be like, yeah, that was Beam that did that right there. You go get him,
That's an angry dump there, Curtis.
Yes,
Angry
sir.
Patch.
That is right. That is
None of those
right.
people work construction. Because once you get that blue water splashing on your butt when you're working construction,
You're done.
every public bathroom in the world is better than
Oh, yeah.
gas stations, grocery
Anything is
stores.
better. Yeah, you're right about that.
Midwinter, having to go out in that porta potty on a construction site.
No, man.
Or August when you're in the company.
No, that's the worst. Because,
That'll be the one.
bro, when I was in Fort Hood, Texas is where I was. And, man, we were out in the field a lot. And so we were preparing to ship over. And they had porta potties out there for us, But it was August. And August in Killeen, Texas is real damn hot, And so those things are baking at about 350 in there. And so you open it up and it's like, oh
God.
no. And I would literally go hang off a log. I was like, no, I'm not sitting in that. That's I'm going to get something sitting in there, just being in there. It's terrible, man. I can't do it. I
don't use outhouses. Where I camp is pretty primitive, and there's some outhouses around. Like other buddies have property, I will go in the woods.
Yeah,
because I'm always afraid of a black widow on the bottom side of
I
that
know that's
thing,
right, too,
falling
man.
over, taking
I know that's right. I know that when I was in, this is why I got out Scouts right here, because we went to a damn, I don't even remember what they were called, but it was a camp out thing over the weekend, and the kids dumped me in the porta potty. They were rocking.
Oh, man. Over while you're
man. Yeah, it was pretty gross. Yeah. And as a kid, that's the worst, man. You're like, now I got blue water stuff on me. I smell like shit. This is a bad look for me. They thought it was funny.
You're too young to even think about Hep C or any other stuff.
All right. You don't even think about that. Yeah. And thanks for reminding me. I got to go get checked out.
Yeah, set up his appointment.
Yeah.
Got pink eye from being
Oh my God. Yeah. Both pink eyes, pink everything, man. Pink eye's the worst too. When you find out that's how you get it, you're like, oh, that's gross, man.
And everybody you look at for the rest of your life be like, oh, I know what you've been doing.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, scratch and sniff?
Got a little too close to it, didn't you?
Yeah, man. Yeah. If you don't know, you get pink eye from fecal matter in your eye. I mean, somebody or you had doo-doo on their hand when they touched their eyeball, and then you got pink eye. That's how it happens. Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I was just
Yeah.
No,
I
that's
heard
true.
it was from like farting on your pillow or something.
Well, you can. That's fecal matter.
Another way.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that would be fecal matter. That's correct. Yes.
Farted on your own pillow?
No, I haven't.
He
But
does. He likes his own brand.
yeah.
I got an older brother.
Brewed fresh. Let me.
My brother tells a story about a couple times, like every couple years, of him farting on my pillow and me crying when I was a kid. I'm like 5.
Yeah.
Screaming, he farted on my pillow.
Oh, that's a great story. We
loves that
did
story.
stuff like that to my youngest brother. God love him. No wonder he sees it. Yeah. I'm sorry, man. We shouldn't have done all that. We shouldn't have done all that, buddy. I'm sorry. He had the greatest action figure collection, maybe. All these different action figures that he had, He-Man and this and that. And as soon as he was gone, me and my brother would go in the room and reposition all of them.
Yeah.
You'd have He-Man, Skeletor banging, Thundercats, Thundercats hooking up with She-Ra, orcas on them, we just tortured that poor kid, man. God love him.
That's what brothers do, man.
Yeah, now that is what brothers do. Do you have siblings?
Yeah, I have one. I'm the youngest.
You're the youngest, so you got picked on?
Yeah, a little bit. Not so.
Not too bad?
Not too bad. There's just a difference there between me and my brother.
How far age difference?
About 6.5 years.
Okay, that's exactly the difference between me and my middle brother.
Really?
Yeah.
See? Yeah.
Yeah. How about you, man?
I got an older brother. He's 2 years older than me, so we're about.
So you're pretty close then.
Yeah.
You're more like Tyler and Noah buddies.
Yeah.
than you were.
buddies.
Yeah.
Sure.
If you're that close in age, you're going to be closer to buddies.
Never had to worry about getting picked on with an older brother.
No,
You always got somebody to have your back.
Yeah, no, I did have my brother's back, but I also picked on him.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's how it was.
Well, yeah, I got picked on by my brother just outside of that.
I remember me and my brother, man, I must have been about 15, 16. And so he had to be, 9 or 10, right? And we were arguing. You know, he had one of these stupid little Casio keyboards he got for Christmas, you know, about this long, about that wide, you know, and we were arguing over how to play the intro to Jump by Van Halen. Yeah. So, you know, he's like, no, it's like this. And I'm like, no, it's like this. And no, it's like this. And finally, he punched me right in the nose, man. I was like, you son of a, and I grabbed it. His hair was so long, man. I mean, it was down to like well below his shoulders. He had rock hair. And I just grabbed him by his hair and threw him on the bed. Oh my God, I got in so much trouble. Who knew that you could actually pick someone up by their hair?
Right.
But it did actually, yeah.
My parents would make me and my brother, especially if we were out in public arguing and fighting, we would have to hold hands.
I've had that happen. Yeah, or hug. Yeah. No, my dad used to do that. He mainly, what we had to do was one of two things, but mostly if we got into an argument, he would make us pick a topic, go research it, and we had to come back in 24 hours and do a debate for the family.
That's good parenting, though. I feel like that's.
that was actually one of the better things that he had done. Yeah, and so we had to debate each other. Naturally, my brother's a lawyer also.
Yeah.
So you know, and you see what I do. You know. So yeah, we also, and I did this to my kids. This was the punishment they hated the most from me, and I appreciate that. Which is, well, because, you know, look, I knew when I was a kid, if we used to get in trouble, they'd have you write sentences. Remember writing sentences?
yeah.
You ever have to do that?
Yep.
A little bit.
A little bit. Yeah, you'd write, I will not talk back, 100 times, right? And you just, it's mindless, right? So I came up, I kind of spun off what my dad did. And so what I would do is whatever your crime was as my kid, I would say, okay, I'm going to look up 10 words in the dictionary. And I'd give them the list of words, and I'd go, now you look these up in the dictionary. What I want you to do is write everything to the right of that word as far down as it goes, every period, every symbol, every definition, every bit of it. And so you can't just cheat it. Right. You have to literally, but you're learning words and definitions while you do it. So you're improving your language skills and your reading comprehension and your writing. But you can't get out of it. And so they would hate that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because I would tell them, oh, no, well, how long am I grounded? And I said, no, just until you're done. You can take all the time you want.
Right.
You can take 2 days to do it. You just can't watch TV until it's done. You know, so I don't care how long you're grounded. That's up to you. You want to finish it today? You want to finish it tomorrow? You know, however long you want to give up TV is fine by me.
For it.
Right.
You know? And they'd have to make their own choice.
My parents were big on just whipping ass.
Yeah.
Grounding was a luxury. I was not grounded.
I got grounded as a teenager. I'm like, Mom, just beat me or something. I can't
Yeah.
handle this."
No.
Oh, you're fine, honey. Go ahead.
And
But
it'll tell you.
Mom would whoop me, then Dad would whoop me.
Yeah. Yeah, that
But
was
Dad would
normally.
always give me the talk and the emotional duress of disappointing him. I'd be bawling my eyes out.
No.
Never had a hand on me.
No, my mom was the one that did all that part. Then my dad just came in and beat that ass.
Yeah. Tell you changing the time.
Yeah, it was like he would get the report. So mom said you did this and this. Yeah, go ahead. Let's get this done.
Yeah.
That was always the worst thing when we were kids.
Oh,
Like,
waiting.
you could do whatever, but as soon as your mom looked at you and said, "Just wait until your dad gets home," you knew it was over.
No, it was you were toast. I mean, because that shit was real then.
You were
And
done.
when Dad got home, you got messed up.
Yeah.
Well, and picking switches, I picked a switch big one time.
Yeah.
Still got beat with that one.
Yeah.
Look, my parents loved me. I loved them to death.
Yeah.
It wasn't like beatings, but
Right.
I know the difference in a whooping and a spanking.
Oh yeah.
There's a difference. Yeah, no, I've had them both.
My brother I was talking about, we were, I don't know, probably 10, 12, and we were at the Little Rock Zoo and had been fighting, and they'd made us hold hands for a while. We were still fighting. My dad went and picked a branch off a tree right
At
there
the
in the
zoo.
middle at the zoo and whooped our ass, dude. Like,
Right,
no
and
bones about
said
it. Nobody
nothing.
said shit.
Nothing.
Nobody said shit.
Nothing.
Like, I mean, right there
Because
in the
it
middle
was
of everybody.
normal to happen. Listen, my
100%.
dad, he had this thing about, and I don't know, maybe it was just him, but it's probably a lot of people, about how you appear in public.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
he did not want to be the whooping guy in public if he could avoid it.
But he
You
would
know,
be.
well, but what he would do is he would reach down if I was acting up and pinch right on the side of my fat on my on the side and just pinch it as hard as he could, and you'd just be like, you know, you're just frozen for a minute with pain. To get us to act right, you know, or he'd come and whisper, "I'm gonna whoop your ass when we get home."
My mom would always come up and say, "You want to go to the bathroom in a minute?"
Yeah.
That was where the come to Jesus has happened.
Yeah.
From mom's hand.
Yeah, no, my mom, she, I even told her, yeah, you whoop like a weenie. And that didn't go well, by the way.
My dad was in the Air Force, so every time we messed up, he went to like drill sergeant.
Yeah.
You know, he just started jumping up and down, yelling, and that was enough there. You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
But he was Air Force?
Yeah.
So it was a lighter beating. You know, I'm just messing with you. Just messing with you. Did you have military in your family?
Hey, my dad was a Vietnam vet. He passed away a couple months ago. but
Okay, that explains some.
Yeah, he was. He carried an M60 in Vietnam.
Yeah, they don't play around. Those guys,
No,
listen, if you've ever been around anyone who's been in battle like that, they don't play. I mean, they will light your ass up. You
And then
know,
when they become grandparents, they were the gooeyest.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's how it always works.
My dad beat the shit out of me, but Noah was the king. You know,
They can burn that house down around him. They kiss him.
he didn't care.
It's okay.
No, he didn't care.
My mom said, "I ain't whipping them babies." Like, I'm sure you were mad half the time I got whooped. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sure I got it out of you.
Yeah, and then they'll try to tell you shouldn't do that. And you're
Oh,
like, but you did it.
Yeah. I used to get my butt whooped for smashing my dad's cigarette ashes in the ashtray.
Oh
I'd
yeah.
have tears in my eyes. He just whipped my ass, and I'd be still reaching up. trying to get it. I'm not stubborn at all.
No, not at all. Yeah, no, and again, it was the era. But my dad would. That was another one of the punishments is to go out and police the butts in the yard.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because he smoked, he'd just flick them, you know, and so they had to get picked up. And you know, it seems a little wrong that I had to pick up his habit, but I did. You know.
See, my dad would always flick his ashes, and he would have a cigarette butt in his back pocket. That's my mom would complain about all the damn cigarette butts. 'Cause I would never throw them down.
Was your dad? My dad was a no hand smoker often, and so that's the guy. That's the guy where it hangs off the lip here, and I mean, it literally it could point down at times, and he'd have ash like forever long, you know, just sitting there, and he'd straight be talking to you with it flicking on his lip. Hands are busy with tools doing things, and I was like, man, that is a skill to be able to keep that thing on your lip like that.
Did y'all ever hold a drop light for your dad?
Hell yeah,
man.
The drop
First
light.
job ever.
My dad was a mechanic.
Yeah, my dad thought he was.
Yeah, my dad was a transmission guy at Cliff Peck Chevrolet back.
Oh,
in the
that's
day.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so,
Hadn't thought about that name in a while.
holding a drop light means your dad's working on something, and
Yeah.
he's trying to see. It
Yeah.
don't matter what you see.
No.
Right.
So when you're trying to look, he's like snatching
Hold
around.
the light over here. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Get out of my light.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Yeah.
of course, now we have headlamps. So.
Yeah, right.
I just
But it was that was always as a kid, that was among, because you know, you just don't understand how often people worked on cars then. I mean, like it probably, no exaggeration, when I was a kid, at some point, an hour every weekend, my dad had to do some kind of car work.
Right.
Because that's just how cars were built then.
Everybody was.
Right.
I mean, you had a lot of maintenance, you had stuff you had to do to keep it running.
Yeah.
And so I would always end out up with the damn light, holding the light for him. And dads are never happy when they're working on cars.
Never.
I seen my dad road map his left thumbnail one time, hitting a ball joint forks, trying to bust ball joints loose, and
Yeah.
he missed it and said "Bow!" and just blood shut the end of it.
What did he hit it with?
A ball peen hammer.
Oh, God bless.
He just held his hand and looked at me and goes, "Ow!" I'm like 13.
Yeah.
Ow. That's all you got out of that was ow. Like, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
No.
It's that old man strength.
Yeah, well, there's always those things, you know. I think I told the story not too far back, but when my dad had his car dealership, this big guy, man, he was 6'3", 6'4", every bit of it. I mean, real big guy. And he came in mad as hell because my dad sold him a car that broke down, and he was telling my dad, "You're going to give me my money back. You're going to give me my money." And he said, "No, I'm not." You know, and they can, proceed to argue, and I'm just sitting there. I was a little kid, you know, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this dude just whoop went to punch my dad, and I don't know, maybe he turned his head just the right time, and it kind of glanced because he hit him right in the jaw, man.
Right.
And my dad turned back and looked at him and said, "If that's the best you got, you better leave because I'm going to kill you. That dude left. That dude left.
Yeah, I guarantee.
You know, because he's a big old dude. He just hit him, and he's like, "Oh, well, yeah, I'm
That
good."
tickled.
Yeah, yeah. I was like, "Whoa, yeah." That's why I never messed with my dad. I saw that. I was like, nope,
Yeah, I don't
man,
want any part of that.
I can't do that. I'm not that big, you know." Yeah. All right, let's do something different.
Manners for men.
When walking with a lady,
No.
Welcome to Pervs Anonymous. My name is John, and I'm a perv.
Yeah, you are, boobs. What?
We started Pervs Anonymous because nowadays pervs are getting a bad name.
Yeah.
A raw deal. The short end of the stick. All right, stop it. Knock it off.
That hurt my feelings.
We need to show folks that pervs are decent people who just may or may not happen to steal panties.
I do.
What should we do?
I think maybe we should consider doing some charity.
I'll do charity.
No charity. No.
Sorry, shoe cam misfire.
I was thinking something with animals.
So was I.
No.
How about a petting zoo?
Nuh-uh.
Complimentary peanut butter.
You're being a part of the problem. I think we should raise money for... What are you doing?
It's my pager.
No, it's not.
Oh, where'd this come from?
Put that away.
Sorry.
Where, man? Just where did you come up with that?
These guys, man, that was witty. That was ridiculous.
I'll do charity.
Oh yeah, that's good stuff, man. It's the weird stuff that's funny to me, man. I don't know. I have a weird brain, man. I think certain weird things are funny. Of course, this is beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Well, we've heard that before.
Yeah, sure.
But this study is this is what the perfect woman's body looks like. I am not qualified to have this conversation, but I will. The new research claims to have figured out the formula for the perfect women's body. Now, this is according to scientists from Germany. It's women's curviness that makes them more attractive, not having a small waist. The study finds that the most attractive women have a defined S-shaped contour from their chest to their thighs. So for the study, they took men and women. They were shown simple drawings of women of different size and body shapes. They rated them on how attractive they were. They found a lower waist to hip ratio does make women with lower body weight more attractive, but when it comes to other body types, curviness is key. Based on the findings, studies say that overall women's curviness makes them appear more attractive. Body types like Marilyn Monroe and Kim Kardashian. As for why curvy bodies are considered more appealing, they say it goes back to a sign of increased fertility. Your brain's programmed to see it that way. So do you think the curvy body is to you the best body style?
I think my wife is the most beautiful woman in the world.
That's the right answer right there. That's the right.
You know, I was trying to bait him. I knew you two wouldn't go for it, but I thought he might suckerly go for it. But no, he slept right up. That's a good job, man.
Yeah.
Real nice recovery
I was
there.
about to kiss around here.
That's a real nice recovery.
He had his V8 this morning. He was ready for you.
No, that was good. That was good. I like the thick sticks. That's what I like. Yeah, I've never done well with skinny. Maybe because I'm not skinny myself, and I always felt like, it doesn't work out.
Yeah.
But and I never wanted to. It feels like if you're ever with a skinny girl, it feels like you're getting with a chain link fence. I'll be honest with you, man.
That's the perfect way to put it. It's the perfect
It hurts, man. Your damn bones there.
Right.
Start
It's all
getting,
bone. It's all bone. It's all
I can't be doing all that, man.
Trying to bone you while getting boned.
Don't look at me when you say that. That was very uncomfortable.
He looked at you right in
That
your
was
eyes.
very uncomfortable, man. I don't know what just happened right there. Yeah.
Look at me.
All right, let's
Look in my eyes, Patrick.
let's do this.
We can go to a Perv Anonymous meeting.
No, you know what I need to do? I need to tell you about Titan Roofing Company. That's what I need to do. Listen, maybe you need a roof. Maybe you got a leak going on. Listen, once a roof leak starts, it's only going to get worse. It's not going to get better. And the damage that can be done once water intrusion starts is real powerful. So if you are looking to get a quote for a new roof, maybe it's just time. Reach out to Titan Roofing Company. You can go to TitanRoofingCompany.com. Now, why might you choose them? This is the best reason I can tell you. They have a 10-year transferable warranty. If you have a transferable roof warranty, that is solid gold when you sell your house. I promise you. Not only that, but they specialize in getting claims approved that other companies don't. So go to TitanRoofingCompany.com and check them out. Jeremy and Josh over there are very good people. They've been doing it a long time, and I think you'll like working with them quite a bit. Let's do this now.
Listen up now, I'll tell you a story. Without a doubt, it's kinda gory. It's the worst news you could ever hear. Things just like this make you fear. Lying lunched on a dumb guy's knee, or a big hard fuck drowning some honey. Why you laughing? Why you laughing? This shit ain't funny. What? This shit ain't funny, funny.
Yeah, it sticks in your head later, you know it does.
Yeah, I'm not trying to take away from your Grammy song, but that was a banger.
That is a banger, I'll be honest with you. I mean, as much as I like mine, that definitely is a good one. All right, let's talk about this. Not good stuff here, and if you laugh, something's wrong with you. You're probably going to hell. A Seattle woman overwhelmed by the presidential election.
Oh, gosh.
Murdered her father with an ice axe.
Wow.
On Tuesday evening.
Seems reasonable.
No, very reasonable. I mean,
quickly.
And again, this is people that vote. 33-year-old Corey Lizette Burke charged with first-degree murder after she repeatedly stabbed her 67-year-old daddy, Tim, with an ice axe after an argument about turning off the lights in the house. Well, she turned the lights off. Burke told officers she also strangled her father while he gasped for air. According to documents, Tim sustained injuries to his head and body, bite marks on his back after she murdered her dad in the basement. She went upstairs, smashed the windows in the home. That prompted neighbors to call the cops. When police arrived, they found a bloodied axe, shattered windows. She told law enforcement she killed her daddy because she was overwhelmed and freaked out during their argument over house lights. She's being held on $2 million bail and probably will not get out again for a long time.
What part of, I guess what, she was overwhelmed and scared because of the results of the election?
Yeah.
It mentioned nothing about it in there
It did
outside
not,
of just that.
No, just in the very beginning.
Seems kind of like they just slid that tidbit
You
of
think
information
so?
off there to piggyback off.
You don't think she hit it? You like Trump, you son of a...
Right. That's one
Maybe
hell of
it
a
was the
temper
other way around.
tantrum.
Could have been the other way around.
Never know.
Yeah.
But it sounds like there's a lot more to this story than just a little there.
You think so?
Yeah.
You think maybe there's history or maybe some mental illness or something?
Or abuse or something.
Yeah,
Because
something.
That's some real hatred to do that. to somebody,
Yeah.
I would think.
You think an ice axe is hatred?
Biting him and everything too.
Oh,
Never
I've
never even heard the term ice axe.
I haven't either. I know what an ice,
Ice
pick,
pick,
is.
yeah, I've never
I'm
heard
not sure
ice
what an
axe.
ice
Where they
axe
climb
is.
up the ice walls with the ice shoes. And the ice
Oh, like right. Okay, yeah, it might probably makes sense. That's probably what you're probably right. That would take a minute to kill you with that one. It's not like a full size axe, so you'd have
But
to.
it's still puncture. I would think.
Yeah, but you're still gonna get 2 or 3 good hits before you're done.
You would think.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just guessing. I don't know. I don't have any experience in it.
Never seen one in person.
No, gunmen opened fire in a bar in central Mexico, killing 10 people, injuring 13. The attack took place in the Querétaro region. It's long been spared the violence seen in neighboring states, but in recent years it's been marked by a handful of incidents thanks to the cartel. Juan Luis Farusca Ortiz, the city's head of public security, confirmed the attack and the number of victims. He said at least one person was arrested. The officials identified those responsible by tracking license plates on the car the armed men fled in, which was later abandoned and set on fire. But 2 videos from the bar's security camera show a group of 4 walking into a bar and shooting indiscriminately at people eating at several tables. Video shows people screaming, throwing themselves on the floor, trying to seek refuge. 2 of the wounded 13 were gravely injured. Hours after the attack, the governor vowed to bring the assailants to justice. Well, I'm sure he will.
Right.
I'm sure they'll be brought to justice. Yeah, absolutely. I think there's two different governments that occur in Mexico. One of them kind of runs it, and the other does run it.
The other one.
You figure out which one the other one is.
Yeah.
All right, ladies, maybe you've given birth. Maybe this story will be disturbing. A woman in Thailand discovered a needle left inside of her during childbirth has been causing her intense pain for 18 years.
Ooh, jeez.
18 years. They left the needle in.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's 36. She recalls a nurse accidentally dropped the needle while stitching her after delivery. Though a doctor tried to retrieve it, he decided to proceed with the procedure to avoid complications. Since then, she's been in constant pain. With an x-ray last year, they finally found the needle, prompting her to seek help from the Pavina Foundation for Children and Women. Due to financial difficulties, she reached out to the foundation. They arranged transportation and then scheduled surgery to remove the needle. The surgery actually was postponed multiple times because the needle keeps shifting in her body.
Wow.
Man, I'm going to tell you, the lawsuit would
say,
never.
She's about to not have to worry about money anymore.
Why was she worrying about paying for that one?
Right.
Yeah.
Be like, hey, look at Josh Taylor's new hospital.
Yeah, that's right. No, that's exactly right. Because to me, that lawsuit never ends. You got me 18 years.
Oh, yeah.
I've had a needle rolling around like that.
I'd be getting a check.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm suing. I'm gonna call Tim Reed.
Yeah, there you go.
Over at Reed Law Firm.
Right?
Yeah. That's reedfirm.com if you need to know and you're looking for an attorney to help you with injuries. Reed Firm is the one to go to. I know Tim. He's good people. Reedfirm.com. But yeah, that's who I'm going to call immediately.
Can't say that that's the first time that I've heard something being left in somebody after a surgery, though. Like,
My brother, and I shouldn't tell this story, and I'm sorry that I am. But you're my little brother, and I can do it. But he had a vasectomy when he was in his 20s, and they left a piece of sponge in.
yeah.
And dude got elephantitis of the balls.
No kidding.
Yeah, they swole up
True
like
story.
This true story. Swole up like a catcher's mitt.
Wow.
He could barely walk.
Oh,
And they had to do another surgery to get that thing out of there.
Jeez.
Yeah, left it.
They just pulled a duct out and cauterized it on a vasectomy. I mean, I've never had one, so I mean.
Man, I'm not a doctor, dog.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, you know, so how did they open him up so
Well, I
much?
don't know
'Cause you
why.
walk in and
I
out
mean,
for
there was a
vasectomy.
sponge. They left it in. I don't know how big the sponge was. I mean,
I
didn't
mean,
have
it
to
must
get
have
it.
been the size of a dime, but still.
But still, it was big enough to swell it up.
Well, I mean, yeah.
oh.
But I was like, hey, at least at one point, you had real big balls.
Yeah, but
But you know what I'm
Remember that
saying?
South Park episode?
Where they
Which
went in the
one?
wheelbarrow.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
What is
Stan's
it?
dad, he ends up like, I think he was trying to get like testicular cancer or something.
He was trying
So,
to?
Yeah, like that was the whole point. And so he takes his balls and puts them in the microwave and nukes them and gets cancer from it and ends up walking around town with like a wheelbarrow for his balls to hang in.
What?
Yeah.
That's insanity. What are you talking about?
Man, it's
South
South
Park.
Park. What
Yeah,
isn't
no,
insane?
it is insane. It is insane. That is a good show, though. I mean, the animation it cracks me up, but,
Oh,
but the comedy's pretty damn good. They're good at skew. You know who they skewered well? Tom
Oh, they
Cruise.
pick on everybody.
No, they do. Did you like Family Guy or do you like South Park better?
Oh, South Park for sure.
South Park?
Yeah, I'm way more of a fan of South Park than a Family Guy.
I like Family Guy.
Do you?
Yeah.
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 How about you?
I'm probably equally parts both. I've seen them
Yeah.
both, all the episodes, and adult animation. Seth MacFarlane's great.
Yeah.
Man, he
I don't know
really
if
is.
they've come out with any new episodes for either one of them in a while.
I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I don't know.
They need to. Right
American-
now is the perfect time.
American Dad's pretty funny too.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I've heard it is. I haven't watched it. Yeah.
I always like Robot Chicken too. That was
Oh, Robot Chicken.
Robot
yeah.
Chicken.
That's Seth Green.
yeah, that's a great one, and midnight to watch after you've hit the bowl.
No, it's absolutely great. Yeah. Man,
Rick and Morty too.
I hear
Oh,
that.
yeah.
I hear
I
that.
do like Rick and Morty.
Yeah, that-
There's
My
something.
18-year-old get me
I
watching.
shouldn't
watched
even.
all of it.
Again, I should not be admitting this at this time, but I'm trying to remember what it was. But so, it wasn't long ago. I did some shrooms. Did a little mushrooms.
Mhm.
Allegedly.
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 No, it was actual. No, I
He
did.
admits it proudly. I
And,
did those shrooms.
But all I know is that whomever I was with, I will not name, but they put on a video of this lizard. It's like a lizard. He's got like a New York accent.
Oh yeah.
And it's real. You've seen it?
Yeah, that's a famous video. Famous.
Yeah, it's
YouTube
got to be
video.
famous
Yeah.
because all I know is it was the greatest thing I'd ever seen in my life. I was watching that and I was like, play it again.
Yeah.
Play it again. You
Yeah,
know,
that's like early YouTube days. I
yeah, it's
remember.
like super early.
Mhm.
It was real basic, but
Yeah.
it was just so weird. And
And
I
I
guess,
think-
I don't know, on shrooms, it seemed
Well,
like
I
the
think
greatest.
that's the background
I
of the
think it
video.
must
The
be
guy
for that.
voicing the lizard was actually like on an LSD trip or a shroom trip.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
that
voiced
makes
over.
sense.
Yep.
No wonder it was so
Yeah,
kindred to
yeah,
me. I was
yeah.
like, man, this is really speaking my language. I don't know what's going on here.
No, that video is hilarious.
No, it's so funny, man. It's such a damn funny, weird video. I need to watch it again.
Yeah. Whose chair is that?
A man was, whose chair is that?
Not my chair, not my problem.
Not my chair, not my problem. That's it. Damn it, that's it. Oh my God. Now I'm having a flashback. A man was stabbed by his coworker after they got into a fight at a bowling alley in New Jersey. That's very New Jersey. The 25-year-old man from Newark found injured severely outside the business. He had gotten into an argument with his coworker, later identified as Easkin Walker. If his name is Easkin, don't mess with him. You should know Easkin is not, that's not.
Easkin don't play.
No, the argument escalated. Easkin pulled out a knife and stabbed the 25-year-old, then fled. The 25-year-old taken to the hospital. Easkin hasn't been found. He's got a lot of charges, and they are asking if you know where Easkin is to call him. So if you're in Newark and you know where Easkin is, well, don't tell anybody because you'll get stabbed.
Right.
You know, it's not a good idea.
Probably hiding out with Shafungus.
Yeah, probably so. Probably so. All right, and one more here. A 55-year-old Westchester man stabbed to death Monday morning inside a ritzy nightclub after the suspect got into an argument. Percy Forrest was knifed in the chest at 2:20 in the morning. Pronounced dead shortly after he was rushed to the hospital. The victim and suspect were in a dispute when the perp pulled out a knife and just buried it right in his chest. I mean, that's a pretty good sized knife too. If you just go all, I mean, that's not the pocket knife doing that one. Yeah, that's a bigger knife. I said it's pretty tragic. Look, this is not a bad neighborhood. This guy who owns the club, the pizza place across the street. It's not a bad neighborhood. Well, I'd say that too of my business.
Right.
Even the club itself, only some very good people coming in. It's horrible. They lauded the nightclub as one of the best places in Queens. Go inside, you'll see beautiful kitchen, beautiful dining, everything. It sounds like Trump. Beautiful kitchen, beautiful dining, so beautiful. A worker at a nearby convenience store said he wasn't shocked. He said, yeah, it can be hectic. Hectic? He was murdered. He was murked, man. That's
I
not
love how the
hectic.
pizza shop guy is like, "Oh, this never happens around here." The
Right.
convenience clerk is like, "Come back at 3:30. You'll see another one."
Yeah, we got another one going for you. All right, let's wrap that up. Put a bow on it.
Attention station employees. The general manager says we can't afford pumpkin spiced coffee in the lounge. So instead, just sip your normal coffee and then sniff the pumpkin candle next to the machine. Thank you.
All right. Let me remind you that, first of all, it's not going to be today. You know that. But either tomorrow or Thursday, I will give you a keyword and instructions for you to win a fabulous prize. This amazing little piece of art that was put together and autographed. And I've been photoshopped into it by Gunner. Apparently, I'm Luke Skywalker. And lots of people are on it. Biden's on it. Trump's on it. Beavis and Butthead's on it. Hawk Tuah Girl's on it. All these other viral people are on it. I don't know, some kind of monkey with guns. So it's a really cool looking thing, and that's what you're going to be able to win. So yeah, it's kind of
Nice.
cool.
Watch out for that keyword.
Yeah, be listening for that. Also, please go over and give us a review on the Patrick and the People Facebook if you get an opportunity, and add us on YouTube. I'm trying to get our YouTube numbers up a little bit, so please add us over there. Of course, we're now pretty much everywhere you can imagine. So anywhere you want to find us, you probably can. Coming up this week, interviews with Joe Exotic.
Heck yeah.
Jason, I'm excited about that, really, honestly. It's going to be super cool to talk to that cat, see what he's, got going on. I mean, look, say what you want, but he entertained a lot of us during the
Yeah,
pandemic.
he got us through.
He's kind of a hero,
He got us
in a
through.
weird way. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody shared that
Right.
watering hole at the same time. We all went,
1000%.
he's crazy and we like him. Let's
Yeah.
do it, And so we're going to talk to him, Jason Gann from Wilfred, and Sean Baker, and working on a great musical guest for this Friday, as well as the rant, which will be epic number 800.
Woohoo!
Yeah,
Hell
rant
dude.
number 800.
Congrats
How
on
did
that.
the pregnancy simulation thing go for you?
Oh, we haven't done that
You
yet,
haven't
but
done it yet. That's coming up.
that is coming up.
Okay.
That is absolutely coming up. Amanda, who now when she tortures me likes to go by Amanda, she has bought a one of those labor simulators.
Oh.
So I have to do the show while in labor.
Right.
Oh man.
So
I
and
feel
she
for
has
you.
control.
I feel
She'll have
for you.
control of the remote. Yeah.
What day is this going to be on?
Probably tomorrow, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
I think she'll be here tomorrow, and she'll probably have it, and it'll probably be tomorrow. Yeah. If you want to see me in labor and trying to do a show, it's probably going to be tomorrow. There's a good chance of it, unless something goes sideways. But what?
I was just gonna say, you were saying earlier too. There's another the My Celine website. That they
Oh
can
yeah,
check
yeah.
out
You
our
can.
guests.
You can go to My Celine. Thank you, man.
Yeah.
MyCeline.com. They're partnered with us now, and thank you to Shelly and to My Celine. They post our schedule of guests that are coming up. So if you ever wonder, you can always go to My Celine, and you should anyway if you're, in Benton, Bryant, Haskell, Draskwood, Bauxite,
Yeah.
whatever, Bryant, any of that. She has all the latest and greatest tea. And if you like, and if you're like me, you like to see the mugshots, you like to see everybody in town who's arrested. That's where you go. You go to My Celine. She's got them all, the breakdown of what happened. It's all that for you right there.
Innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah, of course. Yes, everyone is innocent. That's right. They're all innocent. So yeah, be sure and check out My Celine. I appreciate that. And also, if you think about it and you need some house cleaning done, and lots of times that is the case, then you might want to go and check out Blissful Cleaning. They do house cleaning, or they also do office cleaning, and they are phenomenal at what they do. They'll turn your chaos into joy, really. And they clean, when you get home from work, you're tired. Even on the weekend, you're worn out. You're not going to clean it the way you want to clean it.
Right.
Like when you moved in. You remember when you
Right,
deep cleaned it? They deep clean it, and they'll do it right. So look them up on Facebook. It's Blissful Cleaning, and they'll turn your chaos into harmony. I can promise you
Yeah,
that.
they'll get you fixed up.
They will. They did a great job for us here. I'll
Yeah.
say that. I really, really like them. And Josh, if there was one thing before we go that you could tell folks that are thinking about buying a home, right? Maybe they're young, they're starting out, they're thinking about buying a home. What's the best piece of advice you could give someone?
I would say go with somebody that you trust to help you make an educated decision.
Yeah.
'Cause that's what buying a house is, right? Because there's so many numbers that go involved with what the title company charges, just all the fees that are there.
Yeah.
You want somebody to walk you through it so that you're making an educated decision.
I think that's actually a damn good piece of advice, and I won't knock anybody who's a realtor because it's every realtor takes the same test and has to do all that. But for me, the difference is I'm a realtor all day, every day, and I don't mean that to be funny. I'm not a weekend or part-time realtor.
Right.
It's what I do, and I do a lot of it. So if you're looking for someone who does understand the process, as Josh is talking about, and can help you with it, I definitely can do that. I've got a great property right now. I just do want to mention this because I know some of our listeners, it might be of interest, but if you would like to have some property in Sheridan, I got a client of mine. I have his property listed right now, and it's in Sheridan. It's almost 5 acres. It's got an artesian creek on it. Real pretty piece of property. I mean, just gorgeous wooded property. There's about acre and a half that's cleared of it, where the barn dominium has been started.
I got you.
Now you could move into it right now. It's a 2-bedroom. It's got bathroom. It's got a kitchen. It's got all that, but it's not completed yet. So you can complete it out, finish it the way you want.
Right.
It's got it's about 2,000 square feet, and it's I think it's listed at. And I don't want to lie to you. 199, something like that. 5 acres,
Yeah.
2 bedrooms.
Right.
I mean, you can move in now and then make it your own. And if you're a handyman or you work with wood or things like that, man, this is a dream. You could really make this a dope ass place. I mean, because it's super cool. And if Sheridan's where you want to be, I've also got, if you're looking for homes in Hillcrest, I got 2 of them right now in Hillcrest that are real nice. And yeah, both under 300. One's 275, one's 299. They're both about 1,600 square feet, 3-bed, 2-bath, 2 stories. Both of them are 2 stories. So yeah, those, I got all those right now. And of course, any home that you see, I can help you look at. So just reach out to me. You can reach out online. You can email me. You can call me. If you yell real loud, I might hear you.
Yeah.
But what do you got going at Bundy Electric today, man?
Man, today I'm going to be doing some work in the city, but the rest of this week I'm going to be up on Petty Jean Mountain doing some work.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Up on Petty Jean,
yeah.
huh?
I wired one cabin up there like 6 years ago, and since then just had repeat customers. You know,
Okay.
it's kind of a smaller community.
Yeah,
up
it
there.
is.
Yeah,
I like that Petty Jean area, though.
Yeah, dude, it's beautiful,
man.
especially this time of year.
Man, I'll tell you what, if you've never been, walking down to the waterfall at Petty Jean is one of the best sights you'll see in Arkansas. I promise you. You will not regret it until you're walking back up there.
Yeah, the walk back.
Because
the
that
walk back
son of
is
a bitch
killer.
hurts, man. I'll tell you, about 3/4 of the way, you're like, Jesus, it couldn't have been this far down.
Yeah.
My calves can't hurt like this.
But you do need to go look at the monument for La Petite Jésus.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
That's
for sure.
really neat.
Yeah, it is cool. It's very cool. It's a good tip. Rich, what's going on with you? What's up today?
You know, just go back home and work some.
Yeah.
That's it. You know,
I
do
was
the
gonna
normal job.
look at porn again. I got it. All right, everybody. Well, listen, let me just take a moment to say thank you. As always, you guys are the best in the world. Couldn't have better fans, better listeners, better watchers, whatever you want to call yourself. Damn, I love you guys, man. Every day our numbers keep climbing. Every day you're spreading the word. Every day our video counts are going up. It's just,
hell yeah.
I don't even know what to say at this point. I'm just so happy and so excited to be back and that you guys are having fun. So please, there's so many that still don't know. Be an evangelist, be an ambassador, spread the word, ask everybody, ask people even you see every day. Maybe they're not thinking about it. Say, hey, are you watching him?
Right.
Do you know what's going on? And help them out. Let them know. Bring them into the fold. And if you want to be on the show, I know a lot of you out there are, you think you're pretty funny or you got something interesting to say.
Right.
You got great stories. All your friends tell you got great stories. You want to come up here and tell your great stories?
Yeah,
There's a section on the website now to be a guest on the show.
Nice.
If you're a business and you got something you want to be a guest on the show, come on. If you would just want to be, hang out, that's fine. If you're a band or a musician and you want to be on the show and play, then come on, man.
And they can just find that right on the website.
They can find it right on the website. It's about the people, baby. That's what it's about.
Yeah.
You're the people.
Yes, sir.
I'm just the guy that's bringing the people together, okay? So thank you, guys. Y'all have a great one, and we sure appreciate you, and we'll see you in the morning, okay?
See you guys later.
Later, everybody.